who the fuck are you guys?
I know.
I was just about to say that.
We haven't seen each other in so long.
For the listener, it's been a nary extra minute. It's just on our ends.
Yeah, where are we at? Or is this
Where this is I'm gonna this is California.
Yeah, fucking obviously. This comes out next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've exhausted
Friday?
our backlog.
No, there's a mini this Friday.
There's we actually theoretically in the grand scheme of things we needed to do this, but
Yes.
there was still another week.
We have a mini coming this Friday.
Yeah.
That you guys listen to because you're all patrons and you're great people.
Yep. All of you.
Every single one of you.
Actually, I know that's not true. Not all of you are patrons.
That is true. But if you're not, you should be. Boy, what a time it is. It costs you almost nothing, less than a lunch.
It's really cheap.
And you get so much content. You get to talk to cool people.
So much content.
That's about it. But they're really good things. And if you're watching this, that means you're a patron, and you might notice that we're in a different place.
Yeah, and you know what? People that aren't patrons, if you become patrons, you could maybe help us because we could maybe just get a studio space and not have to
I was
worry
gonna
about
say,
things
that
like
is true.
knock out the black mold in your basement.
Yeah, knock out the black hole in the basement.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they could help with that too, but then they should.
No, I wouldn't feel right having them fund my own house projects.
I wouldn't feel right about that either because part of that's mine. So, but what they could do is they could fund a studio space, and we could have a really cool, and we could have an audience, and we'd invite you there. And if you're in town, I'd let you stay there.
Yep.
If you clean up.
Yep. But guess what? We're gonna sound the same.
Yeah, because I run a great fucking show, so we already sound top tier.
Right. We're already the best engineering in the entire
You
Golden
goddamn
State.
right. I will say, because I think Tristan made a comment about this, I do believe we are maybe the best, if not, we're certainly in the top 3% audio quality for, let's say, amateur podcasts.
Indie.
Yeah.
Indie
absolutely.
podcast.
I like
Have
that.
to be.
I like that. Thank you for calling us indie and not like a disparaging word like amateur.
It's a technicality.
Is it?
I'm saying I would put the audio quality of this podcast up against Smartless,
Yeah.
Conan's podcast,
Last podcast
Dax's
on the left.
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, they're trash.
You're a monster.
The Dax's podcast, the audio quality of this podcast
Stupid.
is absolutely on par with those.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
There are people still doing podcasts out of fucking AirPods.
Yeah, they're idiots.
It's fucking stupid.
That is insane.
It's crazy. It's grating.
And they're not mastering properly. They're not getting a good hot output. But we put in the time for you, and I
Yep.
hope you enjoy it.
Listener, tell us what other garbage you listen to and how shitty it sounds.
Yeah.
There's
Send
no
us
way.
examples. Actually, that would actually be really fun.
Or even better, sign up for our Patreon and go on our Discord and tell us how great we sound.
And then also send me examples of bad sounding podcasts because I believe I would find that interesting.
You're gonna masturbate to that.
Yes, I want to feel better about myself any
Okay.
chance I get.
Okay.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Austin. Go on.
We remain the horror movie podcast that discuss the films that freak you out and the friendships that are often even fuckier. Not even freakier.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Tonight it's fucky.
Tonight is fucky. We, again, like we said, haven't been together in a minute. Some of us left the country. A lot of us left the state a few times.
Yep.
We watched a shit ton of fucking movies. So
Yeah, these watch lists. The first half of this episode's
We're gonna have to.
be 90 minutes.
Me and Curtis are gonna have to figure. Actually, probably all of us are gonna have to figure out how to curb that because I got 34 movies to walk through.
Yeah, I didn't even hardly watch anything this last week. I think I have like almost 40.
Yeah.
And
Yep, that sounds about right.
Austin, how many do you have?
I don't count. I have no idea.
I thought you might be interested.
in your-
Don't do
in
it
your
like don't say it like
letterbox.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just mean you don't know since the last time we did this.
Yeah, why would I keep track
You
of
probably
that?
got like 15.
Probably.
Yeah.
Are you still up to speed with your goal?
I'm right on track, baby.
Good.
I got to hit 102 by the end of the month.
Okay, we're done talking about you, Lucas.
I'm probably around like 10.
Okay.
Not that great.
Okay.
Maybe less.
I love that. I love how it's not that great in this conversation. like there's a quality measurement on how,
Yeah, right,
how many.
right.
Any normal
Right.
person's like, well, how many fucking movies? did you
Exactly.
watch?"
I was going to say, compared to the mass population, 10 is probably still above average.
Probably.
I heard a
But
good.
with these two ding dongs, it's like only 10.
it's true.
That's
We-
a Saturday for me.
I mean, some
it's kind of
Saturdays it
accurate.
is. Yeah.
It's not wrong.
It's
Exactly.
not wrong at all. I need one of those soon. I need a piggy day so fucking bad, guys.
Yeah.
It's been so
you need
long.
a piggy day.
I need
How
a
bad
piggy
do you
day
need
so
a piggy
fucking
day?
so fucking bad.
Oh, I need a piggy
so fucking bad. Do you need a little piggy? My piggy basement.
Yeah. I know you can't even go down there.
I
right
can't
now.
even go down there.
I know,
God
you can't
damn
even
it.
pig out properly.
No, but it'll be the black mold will be gone tomorrow.
That's good.
Adios, black mold.
Audios black.
The
mold.
white mold will be right. Moving on. And
Yeah, moving on. Right, we're right. No, but we may have.
Oh,
we may.
gentrifying the basement.
There's a chance that we might be gentrifying the basement. We're not sure yet. We may be redoing the whole basement.
Really?
Oh.
We'll know very soon.
like if you have to or not.
It depends on where. So that black mold is in that closet. And It's
Yes.
a piece of drywall. That drywall is actually glued to the foundational, like the cinder blocks that you can see some of right down there under the deck that is being demoed.
Oh yeah.
So that's just glued on there. There's waterproofing on a waterproofing membrane on the other side out here. They're redoing that, but in the process of because I found that leak and that mold, I'm wondering if that's where like the other leak issues exist. So at that rate, if I've learned that, I'm gonna have them gut the whole perimeter of the room on the walls, re-drywall, and I may have them redo the floor.
Oh.
And I may have them redo the ceiling
Oh, haven't put in a little drain in the middle of the room.
for the peanut.
Yeah.
So you can just hose it down.
After we
Do
leave,
you know
you
what?
just hose
You're
it
right.
down.
I'll use that material they put in like showers and hotels now, right? That like waterproofing material, right? Yeah. I'll put the drain in there. We'll have the whole thing graded so that it all slants just where we need it, and we'll call it Lucas's Corner.
Yeah.
You're on slop corner.
Yeah, Lucas's Slop
Finally
Corner.
happened.
LSC. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. I have a strong feeling that when we start talking about that, I'll be like, no, never mind.
About redoing it.
yeah.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah. I heard, so we are in June, is summer movie season across the country. Heard an interesting theory because everyone's talking about how, the box office is falling out of its own asshole and movies are done and blah, 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 blah. But I did hear an interesting stat from one Kumail Nanjiani, kind of like put it into perspective of like the average moviegoer probably sees 4 movies a year.
Oh, God, wow.
Right. Like in the theaters.
Yeah.
Let's say in theaters.
Wow.
And like those are slots. Like there isn't necessarily like they'll see more if there's more interested in. Like they'll just only go like 4 times a year.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
And so how release schedules fucking work. Like there is one tent pole after the other every week, and hardly depends on where you are in the country. You can't necessarily find some of the smaller shit. But it's like that's why I assume why a lot of these fucking things aren't making the money that people think they or hope they would, because like
It's too much.
people just go 4 times a year. You go.
Yeah.
They went and saw fucking Bad Boys. They went and saw Dune and/or Godzilla. They'll probably wait until fucking Christmas. For another one.
Meanwhile, Inside Out 2 comes out and makes more money than any animated
That's one
film
of
in
them.
history.
This is true.
Second.
Second?
Yeah.
Oh, what was first, though?
Incredibles 2.
Really?
The best opening of all time.
I heard that.
I heard Inside Out 2 was number 1.
Yeah, I heard the same.
Did it change like last minute?
I don't know, but you're wrong.
Yeah,
we
there's
both
two
heard-
of us that think that you're wrong.
We both heard a thing.
Austin, your face is going to be right here, right now.
Ah!
Look, it's me, it's my face. Well, Curtis is sort of right and sort of wrong, as usual. Inside Out 2 opened to $154.2 million domestically compared to Incredibles 2's $182.7 million. But if you think globally and not locally, Inside Out 2 has the 3rd biggest opening for an animated film of all time at $294.2 million, behind the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Frozen 2, respectively. People really liked those silly little plumbers.
Anyway, just fun because that is the conversation anymore, and I refuse to believe the ceiling is falling on the film industry.
Same. They love to just always constantly predict the death of everything, but I agree. I think that's a good thing to keep in mind.
Could it also be, though, this is just kind of a bad year? Just because what I'm hearing about with other things across the board is that's why we're not getting any new video games either, is that it's an election year plus Olympics. So you're like fighting for all this like marketing time and stuff like that, so you can't really advertise anything.
Could certainly be.
Certainly.
And we're still dealing with strike effect, too.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
very, very real.
That's a thing. So
That is very much a thing.
anyways, we get into talking about some of these blockbusters that we all probably saw, at least.
just to be clear, because I often live in a cave hole that mostly just consists of metal music, punk music, and horror movies.
Oh.
The occasional thing like an Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
We had a name for that a long time ago, but we can't use it anymore.
You mean edgy? Yeah. It's a slur, and I don't like it. This is not new rhetoric, right?
What you mean?
This concept of like everything's falling down in the film industry.
Yes.
No, it is not new
Right.
rhetoric. It is a remarkably bad year. No, I don't even say remarkably. It is like this past weekend's the first weekend we had a percentage above last year.
Yeah.
So
I
it was
took
that.
this was when I was like 19 or 20. I was in a class at LA Valley, and I think it was a television production class. And he started class, so he's like, "You're always going to hear this. It's the worst it's ever been."
Yeah.
He's like, "Every year you're going to hear that it's the worst it's ever been." And I was like, "Oh." And I learned that back then. So yeah, I guess that is the same.
Yeah.
It's just
Just
the same
rolling
shit.
with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like every year I feel like it's the film industry's falling apart. Everything's fucked, and we're not gonna get movies anymore, right? And then we
It's
keep
just
getting
always
great
changed.
movies.
We do. We will keep getting
And then
We
we
keep
great
getting
get-
fucking ripper horror movies. Although
Yeah.
I gotta say, it hit me that they released Furiosa on Memorial Day or whatever holiday that was, and that feels dumb.
Why?
Why would you release it that weekend? People go out of town; they don't go to the movies.
Incorrect. Memorial Day is like the unofficial kickoff for summer season. It's moved earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
But Fury Road came out that weekend.
It did?
Which didn't even go number one. That was Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
fuck me
Wow.
then.
I know. No, Memorial Day is like big time.
Yeah, huge.
I feel like that's kind of changed though since COVID, right? Like, I feel like that shifted a little bit.
It's definitely moved earlier. Like we get a lot of things in April now. They're
Yeah,
like
right.
Big time
Right.
stuff.
Oh,
Other
is
good
that
stuff.
why it feels like the gloom is lasting longer? Because we've pushed up the beginning of summer?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
Because
The
I mean, it
gloom.
didn't
What does
start
that
being
mean?
summer until like a week ago.
What does the
Correct.
gloom mean? What does that
The
mean?
gloom.
Are
The
you?
June gloom.
The June gloom?
It's the best, one of the best parts of the year.
Stop.
No.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? That May gray June gloom. It's great. It's just an extended version.
That that summer edging? No.
It's
I'm ready
great.
for my
Yeah,
thighs out. I want my feetsies out.
You
I
get
want to
that
get
fucking
brown.
July. You get that in late June, early July. Every
Well, I
year.
don't want like being teased with the June
Yeah.
gloom.
I don't really like it either.
I love the June
No.
gloom.
Nope, gross.
Because you don't know how to
Don't want it.
dress. Like you're like walking out the door with a hoodie on, but then like 1 o'clock hits and now you're fucking dying.
Yeah.
And then at 6 o'clock hits and back to 45 degrees.
I like hoodies and I'm uncomfortable with my body. What the fuck?
That's a tattoo.
A long tattoo.
Fuck. Dude, should we just get into this shit that
We might as
watched?
well.
I mean,
I thought about
We need
this.
to get
Because
into
we
this.
have a new fucking theme tonight, courtesy of Lucas.
Holy shit, we do.
What's that theme?
Oh my God!
Okay,
yeah.
so what I'm thinking is, Curtis, you and I have to do this quickly. We can't.
Yeah.
We should
should speed date.
We can speed date. But let's go. I think we go Lucas first.
Okay.
I like that. I have a question.
No.
Have we really not recorded
Speak
since
it.
I went out of town?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So I have
dude.
all these movies?
Yes.
Oh, I have a lot of movies, guys.
When
Yeah.
did you go out of
Uh-oh.
town?
May and whatever it was.
Yeah, no, it was.
May 13th I left.
Yep.
And I was back the 28th.
Yeah, I think the last.
Oh, then I have like 10 more. No, 5 more.
I've watched, I think, 50 fucking movies.
So we didn't record since May 7th?
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
a lot of
have we
movies,
talked
boys.
about challengers?
We
here?
have.
Oh, we have.
We have
Okay.
talked about challengers.
But I don't think you have talked
Yeah.
about.
I
But
it.
didn't
you
talk about
haven't?
it.
You
Okay.
okay? Wow. Well, tell us what fucking challengers is like.
Start.
for you.
Yeah. Start.
Okay.
Go.
Fucking, it put me on my ass.
Yeah.
It's for me. It was almost doing too much. I liked everything that it was doing, but it was too like I couldn't catch up with it ever. You know what I mean? I didn't like that feeling of like there's so much nuance here that I'm trying to like
Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean. Yeah.
that I'm it's like it's leaving me behind a little
Yeah,
bit.
You're not either. That's a repeat watch movie. I think there's no way.
Yeah.
I think you can digest everything that's happening in that in real time.
right. But
Oh,
loved
wow.
it. Those performances are great. Yeah. On to the next.
Rules.
L.A. Confidential. Forgot that's one of my favorite movies.
It's so
ever.
good. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Rules.
Guy Pearce of everything in that movie is amazing. I watched One Evil Lurks with the subtitles off to practice my Spanish.
Hell yeah.
How did that go for you?
I was like kind of putting it together.
Were
but,
you,
like,
so
it
how does
helps-
this work? Like, are you sitting next to Sorrel and like saying it in English, and she's like, "No, you're an
No,
idiot."
I'm trying to see. I'm like
trying to
asking
absorb
her.
it.
I'm like, is this what they talked about? Did they say this? She's like, yeah, no, absolutely not. What the hell? Why would a boat be there?
Why would a boat be there? What is boat in Spanish?
Yeah, I don't know. And still, I mean, that movie still just fucking rocks.
I need to rewatch
Oh,
that.
it's so good.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that.
And my new comfort movie, which I found on Shudder, Perdita Durango, also known as Dance with the Devil. I watched it. It's Alex de Iglesias' 4th movie,
Maybe.
something like that.
I'm sure.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I need to
Javier
fucking see
Bardem
this so bad.
and his haircut.
Please
No
cut
idea.
your hair like that.
I need
Javier
to.
Bardem's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, and it just-
Rosie Perez.
Gold.
Oh, wow.
So good.
It's so good. Just a unbelievable tense time.
The fetuses.
Excuse me?
I think it's Feed Eye.
And I started a grand experiment with Sorrel. We wanted to go to the movies, and there was nothing out except we saw that Star Wars Episode 1 of Phantom Menace was being re-released.
Okay.
And she had never seen a Star Wars.
Okay.
All right, you
in a
started
Star
there.
Wars.
Fuck yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, let's start here. She said, loved every minute, no notes.
Great.
I was like,
I don't understand that.
She has nowhere to go but up.
Great.
That's
So
true.
happy.
That's a good point. She's never seen. Okay, that's a really good
If
point.
you've never seen, you're probably
Star
like,
Wars.
wow, this shit's awesome. They got swords. And it's like, oh, well, just wait. Because pretty soon they have swords and they're good.
I would argue that maybe the best lightsaber battle is in that movie, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good.
Fair.
That
at
might
the
be
end,
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Duel of the
dude, it's
Fates
fucking
with that.
good,
That
yeah.
might be a pinnacle.
And that's why I love
That music. Oh, my
That's why I've
God.
always loved the Phantom edit. That version
Sure,
that those
sure.
those guys made online. It starts with that battle.
Yeah.
Right. That's you cut out all the other bullshit in the movie that doesn't matter, and you go straight to that.
Excuse me,
battle.
pod racing rules.
Fucking nerds. Pod racing does
Pod
rule.
racing
Pod
does
racing
kind of
does
rule.
rule.
It's true. It does kind of rule.
Did you have the video game?
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, that
I still like Ben Quadraneros. Like, why do you know these names still? Like, I have them in there.
Game rocked.
Ben Quadraneros.
Quadraneros. He's one of the racers.
I never. I played this game at a friend's house. I never owned it.
It was awesome.
It
Anyway,
was super awesome.
you don't need to spend any time there.
And then Sorrel and I watched The Munsters for the first time.
Yes!
And holy shit.
So fun.
That movie's good.
It's great.
Fucking shut up, everyone who hates that movie. You don't get it.
No, it's
You don't get it.
There's
It's
a-
just okay not to get it.
There's that weird through line of people that like I hate all things that Rob Zombie does, except for like the Devil's Rejects, and then they're like, and this other thing, and then also this other thing, and then I'm over here being like, I don't know, man. I don't think he's made a bad movie personally.
Yeah.
He's made some unnecessary movies.
I don't begrudge people who don't like them because they are a certain speed.
Sure, they're aggressive.
They
I
can be
begrudge those
aggressive.
people.
You begrudge them.
Absolutely.
You've been begrudged.
Yeah, no, Monsters rules. We on set we were just sitting out in the other room and we wanted to put something on, and for whatever reason the Munsters came up. I was like, put the fucking Munsters on. And people were like, who made that? I was like, Rob. Had the whole conversation. People were like, Rob Zombie made that? This is a movie that exists? It's like, yeah, and it rocks. They're like, no. 10 seconds later, everybody's laughing. It was a great time. It was adorable.
It's like
I need to
you
see
can,
it.
You can
still
feel
haven't
how
seen it?
much he
No.
loves that
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
It's so
like,
charming.
Oh, it's made with so much love. I love it.
I have it if you want a disc.
I would love a disc.
Okay. It's also streaming still on Netflix.
Still a Netflix
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
But if you want a
Oh,
disc,
okay.
I have a disc.
What kind of disc?
It only was on blue. It's the best you could get.
I'll take a disc.
Okay.
I watched John Krasinski's If,
Is it as
and
bad?
I want to call it John Krasinski's If.
You want to put that at his feet?
Yeah. You did this.
He did this.
Is it bad?
It's bad, dude.
I've only heard.
It's bad.
More like
this,
ick.
This movie. So part of the reason you don't have Shuddicle is from the.
You're going to blame If?
I'm gonna blame Al.
How?
You're going to blame John Krasinski?
I had my first topic of I was going to go in. I was really going to tear anime a new one, and like the defining article of that's just going to kill anime, hopefully. And then I started applying for a certain job. I'm like, I can't have this in the ether because it's very, it's a
Sure.
very Japanese company.
Fair enough.
So I had to switch, and this movie inspired the conversation I think Hollywood needs to have about using real voice actors again.
Goddamn
And
right.
not- and just, I mean, this movie used the GDP of a small country to voice these little characters that have 15-word lines, and that's it. George Clooney saying like, huh, that's fucking crazy, without the fucking, but he just says that. And we're paying George Clooney to say that?
Yeah.
And he's like the voice of an Ice Cube or something like that. Doesn't sound like an Ice Cube. He's just a guy. And every other character that's like all loopy and supposed to be some imaginary friend is just a guy. And I hate it. You paid all
Yeah.
these guys all this money to just do nothing.
Yeah. Who made it? Is that DreamWorks?
No, I mean it's live
Or,
action.
live action.
I think it was a Sony movie.
Maybe
Sony.
an ILM deal, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
who
know.
did the effects.
But yeah, I hate that shit. They think that's all you need to do to sell is just fill it with stars. And it's like, you're not even seeing them.
I mean, it's
the
like
fuck are you doing?
I know it was like Brad Pitt, George Clooney, and the rest like A-list dudes.
Insane.
To do these, like,
it's one thing
one-liners.
if said celebrity voice has a very charactery kind of voice. Absolutely.
It's not fair.
like Bobcat Goldthwait. Put him in
Yeah.
a movie. Fucking Brad Pitt.
Absolutely.
No.
No.
Don't. No. I need to look at him.
Yeah, I need to see that for it to really work. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the movie itself is just pointless and nameless and boring and just stupid. No, there's not. It's not saying anything. It's dumb.
He's got to go back to the Munsters.
Yep.
So is that what your Shuddicle's on now?
Yeah. So I was gonna. It's like melding my hatred for Space Jam 2, which also had that problem, and this, and what else? What other movie pissed me off with that did this?
Well,
Anyway,
I can't
it's
wait
in
to
there.
read all about it when that Shuddicle comes out.
And for those who are Patreon subscribers to the what tier?
Shudite Max.
Is that
Shut
the
Up
top?
Max as the top. Yeah.
So you got to be at
The $8 tier.
ooh $8, and then you get to read the articles.
That we write. This will be Lucas's first.
Yep.
Yep.
I watched Perdita Durango again.
Yes, you did.
And then I watched Furiosa, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a second.
Yes.
Why don't we just talk about it now?
We could.
Good.
Isn't that how we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've also
Okay.
Furiosa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I loved it.
I have now seen it twice.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm
And-
very interested to see it a second time.
And the first time, so maybe you guys had the same experience that I did, but the first time that I watched it, I was like, okay, I didn't expect to have Fury Road, and that's fine.
Same. I know where you're going, and I totally agree.
I also did not expect to see chapter titles every 25 minutes.
Dude, I kind of hate that in movies.
Yeah,
I'm
and
kind of done with it.
so the more that the movie happened, and after I walked away from it, because I objectively was like, this is maybe the coolest fucking thing I've seen all year. But that's particularly all those fucking motorcycles. But then afterwards, it hit me that like the movie feels like all of George Miller's notes that he had for Fury Road as like the backstory that he never used, and he just turned them into moving pictures. But there isn't like a really great story happening,
Right.
Because we know what we know how that ends.
Sure.
Right.
To a
We-
point, yes.
Right. We know when like the whole point is for her to get home. Well, guess what? If we watch Fury Road, we know what happened to home.
Yes.
So we know she's not getting there. That's number one. And then I guess spoilers for these movies. And then
Tesla Town sucked anyway.
and
Bullet Farm forever.
my other issue is that like I think the coolest shit that was happening in that movie narratively was the stuff that was happening to Dementis.
Uh-huh.
Chris Hemsworth's character, and they don't really like show that narrative. Okay, that's how I left it the first time. Watched it the second time 2 days ago. Turned my brain off. What a blast! What a stupid fun fucking movie.
I think on a second viewing, I would enjoy it more. Because same, I was like, okay, I know it's not going to be Fury Road, but I was still kind of expecting Fury Road. And it's so long. It's too long.
It's way too
no
long.
matter how you slice it, the movie's too long. Because Fury Road is just like this, like, indescribable thing that just happens at you. And this wasn't that, which is fine. But I couldn't help but like feel not let down, but like, oh, this isn't like punching me in the face like Fury Road did. So I'm very interested to see this. Like, having said that, I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's still
it's a
cool
good time.
ass shit.
It's
I
cool.
love the Mad
And-
Max universe
Yeah,
so much.
In a good way, it felt like a Universal Studios stunt show
yes,
to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's it.
Yes.
Loved it.
Less CGI in movies, please.
Do you have thoughts?
I mean, you know how this movie literally is George Miller's notes for Fury Road.
It is, like, literally that?
Yes, they were developing in the 15 years he spent trying to make Fury Road. They wrote a script for Furiosa, and it was at one point going to be an anime, and they got ways down the line with it, and Fury Road kept getting back up. They had to cancel the anime, and the script just existed, and Charlize read the script and was like, hey, we should just shoot this one first. And he's like, no, we can't do that. But like this script existed before Fury Road was shot.
Oh,
Interesting.
So like
Okay.
it is 100% like, and that's kind of my biggest problem with it is like, that's why Fury Road rocks so much. Like you get it. Even if we don't know everything, we get it.
Yeah, we don't need to
You
be
know?
told things. We're
Yeah.
told so much.
It's
in
the
this
best
movie.
part of that movie is it
Yeah.
just drops you in and it's like, yep, here
All
we
of
are
them.
now. Fuck off. They all
Not
do that.
All
And
of
I
them, right?
love
Like
that.
they never tell you anything. This movie is a lot of telling, right?
Yeah.
The whole like, oh, you're in Gastown, the second fortress of the wasteland. You're in Bullet Farm,
Right.
Right? Like I don't need to. Don't tell me
yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly. I Fury Road, I got it. Gastown. Oh, they go there to get gas. Great. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this a few more times.
Oh,
I mean, it's still
absolutely.
the coolest fucking shit. But yeah, I have that
Dude.
extreme problem with it, and I think the closer it gets to Fury Road, which it does a lot, the less I like it.
Yeah.
You know, the
Fair.
But
I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted to go see it again tomorrow. It was so much fucking fun.
hell yeah,
It is so fun.
So, but Lucas, you loved it.
I do. There was a part of me that actually did like the inter-town politics. I'm like, it's so funny because after just watching episode 1 or Phantom Menace, that was something that people didn't like, was like, I don't want your like 1960s politics. You know what I mean? That's like going on here. I don't need the trade details of Bullet Farm and Gastown and the Citadel. Like, I just don't need it. Just blow crap up, please.
Well, I want that in this movie because it's cool.
I do.
Right?
But I think the thing I wanted more though was I wanted what's Chris Hemsworth's character's name?
Dementis.
I wanted like the sacking of Gastown.
Yes.
I
Where
wanted
was
more
that?
Of that? I know. I wanted that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want all the shit that was happening to him I was thinking, this is the only comment that I had while I was watching it yesterday. There was a perfect opportunity, I think, to have a very interesting, like, side-by-side narrative happening between the rise of Dementis and the rise of Furiosa as they rise the ranks in either case in that journey, particularly in the period where he leaves her at the Citadel, right? And they just don't do that. He just disappears and it becomes the Furiosa show. I wish that they'd done that version of a narrative where it didn't go from Dementis' story to Furiosa's story to both of their stories. Make it together.
So it is kind of cool to go back to Gastown. He's like, "Oi, it's bad in here." And like he show up and they're just revolting.
Yeah.
Like that's how it's been for him.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Sure. Yeah. Complicated film.
After that, In a Violent Nature.
Yeah.
No.
Did you see it finally?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Okay.
You just only said no like 6 times.
No.
No.
C.
You're not going to see this?
I might. I probably will.
Why
but
you
I
immediately say no?
Because I didn't want you to start.
Spoiling it.
Oh,
Got
remember when the killer
Got it.
jerked off? I don't know.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, so you did get it spoiled.
Did you like it?
To be continued.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Did you like it?
That's a good time.
Okay.
It
Don't tell me.
okay.
Don't tell me.
okay.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
I watched Gene Stupinski's Good Boys.
It's such a silly, stupid movie.
Right? I'm watching it because Sorrell was like, "You got to watch this movie." And I was like,
think you
okay.
got to watch
I know.
this
And I was
movie.
like, that's why when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, I don't know what the
You
part.
could just watch Superbad.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the weird thing about this movie is like, who is this for? It's prepubescent boys doing super bad jokes. And so I'm like, who exactly is the audience on this?
Which one is this?
It's about
Yeah, it's like Jacob Tremblay and
yes,
Okay, yes. What was it called again?
Good Boys.
Yes. Okay, yes. I know this movie. Go on. Yeah, I was so confused at the trailers. Like, why are you... It just felt like I haven't seen it, but it felt like the point of the movie was, isn't it funny when kids say the darndest things?
yeah,
It
basically.
kind of
it
is
is.
that, but this movie
Yes.
it ends up having way more heart than you think it would, and I think it's a romp of a time, and I just ended up having a good time with it. And once you get past this, like I don't know exactly who is this for, but I liked it. You know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, good time, Good Boys, good time. Ooh, I watched The Coffee Table.
So did I.
So did I.
Nice.
I did not.
I from Letterboxd, I got the impression that you loved this movie.
Yeah.
He ordered the coffee table. Yeah. Custom made.
So I don't think because I think this is one that Austin might end up watching, and because this is one that I feel like can easily be spoiled, we should just probably not talk.
No,
about
we should
this.
probably not. I mean, you could say how much you love it. I think we should avoid the thing that happens.
Yes.
or any notion. And Austin, don't read anything. Don't look
I
at
know
trailers.
nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Stay that way.
I know the title.
Rent it. Watch it.
I will. All I'll say is that it's amazing that this movie was made.
Okay.
Lucas is amazed.
I'm amazed.
I'm
I'm shocked that this movie was made.
I'm amazed that you're amazed.
Who liked it?
Kind of.
Lucas, did you like it?
yeah.
I thought it was I think it's good. Like
Okay.
it's certainly good. And what the exercise that they're trying to do, just on that alone, outstanding.
I think it's a good, decent dark comedy. Like I laughed quite a bit.
It met all its goals for sure.
But it's yeah, sort of. Anyway.
I watched Michael Bay's Transformers, the first one,
Hell yeah.
Why?
because I wanted to.
It's a great film.
Okay.
Wanted
Is
to.
it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's
Goddamn great film.
Great.
I don't like the Transformers.
It's great. However,
fine.
this
I
is
don't
his
like what they
sleaziest
do.
work by far.
His
yeah,
what?
because
Sleaziest.
Megan,
His sleaziest?
Yeah.
The car
It's pretty
wash.
sleazy.
It's
Yeah.
pretty sleazy.
Megan
He's
Fox
a
is just
sleazy guy.
literally just an object.
Yeah, but
in
he's
that
got.
movie.
You watched the sleazier Michael Bay movie, Cody.
What, Painting King?
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about it.
Painting King?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
it.
But it's very sleazy for a PG-13 kids toy movie.
Yeah,
I know.
I was just shocked 2007 and how good these fucking Transformers look in
They
here.
look so fucking good.
It's fucking incredible. Loved it. I love it.
I just don't like this Transformers.
That's fine.
I think they're dumb big robots.
I think I
You're
did.
correct.
I think I did when I was a kid, like when I had the toys. But like,
I liked the T-Rex. I had the T-Rex toy. I liked that one a lot.
cool. But
Yeah.
like, I don't like as movies. I just don't.
I don't get it.
I didn't like the
There's too much
cartoon when I was a
lore.
kid.
Yeah, there is.
I was just looking for
Yeah.
some box, and it's
I
all.
don't give a
just,
shit.
Yeah, I just need them to fight. I don't
Yeah.
need the Allspark, whatever the fuck that is.
I watched Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Love those movies.
Those are good
Oh my god, they're so good. And then what else did I watched something else.
Why don't you log it?
I forgot. Anyway, last night I watched The Fifth Element again for the first time in a long time. Forgot
Fuck
how
yeah.
fucking
Okay.
that movie rules.
That movie does
It's
rule.
so fucking good. It like I honestly may be the best sci-fi movie ever made.
Yeah.
It rules. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, watch your
be,
fucking
I was
mouth.
gonna be quiet. Then you said went and said that.
You don't like it?
I like it less and less every time I watch
Oh,
it.
you're
It's
don't
one of
understand
Jess's
that.
favorite movies
Yeah,
of
'cause
all
it's a great
time.
movie. She's
she
a
has
lady
a
of
tattoo
taste.
of it. I like parts of it quite a bit.
Why don't you like it?
I think
what
Bruce,
don't you
I
like?
think Bruce Willis is severely miscast. in
Hey,
that
he
movie.
has health issues. You don't say things like that about him.
Yeah, you can't say anything
They're
about
gonna kill
it
him
now.
from here.
But Lucas, didn't you also go to a concert?
Oh. Yes, I did. I saw the greatest concert that was happening that night. I don't care what you were
I
watching.
love how only that night. oh, because it was the same night.
Yeah, it was the same night. I don't care what you were watching. Ricky Martin is the greatest performer of all time. Electricity was
Man.
through LA County all that night. Everyone was gay that night. Oh my god, it was great, unbelievable.
Dude, I bet
That was such
great.
a special performance. Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I forgot how many bangers he had. It was just like hit after hit after hit.
Oh
after
yeah,
hit.
and he's got one in the title. She bangs, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she bangs.
And oddly enough, though, no one was dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very surprising.
Yeah.
At Pride, at the Ricky Martin
I
show
know.
at Pride.
I know.
Sounds like fucking Los Angeles.
That night, the T in LGBT was for Tia because the amount of middle-aged Hispanic women that were in that audience just to see Ricky Martin was incredible.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
when you texted us that, I was at Punkchella, No Values.
Yeah.
And just receiving that, I went, wow, we're having different nights. I forget. I think I was watching the Exploited play when that you sent me that. I was like, wow,
The Exploited.
I'm watching a 67-year-old Waddy fucking scream anti-political
Watto?
shit. Waddy.
What word did you say?
Waddy. His name's
Is that
Waddy.
it? Oh, his name.
Yeah, his name is
I thought that
Waddy.
was some sort of weird
No,
slang.
it's the singer of the Exploited.
It's fucking Waddy's.
Did you see Misfits?
Of course
Was
I
that
saw
that show?
Misfits.
Were they good?
Yeah.
Were they on time?
It took Glenn Danzig. Yes, they were.
Oh.
They played over, and they went overtime. They went over curfew. And
Hell yeah.
when he comes back on the stage, Danzig's like, how do you put this? Yeah, we're going to come back on because we got two more that we didn't play. It was really good. We're going to play them now. But we gotta do it quick because they keep warning me. Yeah, I fucking heard you. You're not my fucking mom. You're not my fucking mom. I get it. We're over. I get it.
Isn't he like 60-something?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Wait, oh, he's
always
just a
scared of your mom.
shape. He's just a swollen triangle now. When just a swollen triangle, bro. When he walked out on stage, it took him less than 10 seconds during the first break to be like, yeah, like we haven't been back in a while because we were here and it was awesome, and then some fake fucking pandemic happened. What the fuck was that shit? And then immediately just starts playing
God.
again. It was like it's just so much of like what you expect from that man, just packed into one thing.
It's so funny. I was telling to Jess because on our road trip, I've been listening to so much fucking Misfits, and it's like that conundrum of like everyone knows what Danzig's like,
Yeah.
but yet we still listen to Misfits
because
it's so fucking
it's
cool.
fucking awesome. It's so cool. I know Austin. I know you don't care for it very much, but
Oh, you don't?
That's fine.
and I think for not unvalidated reasons. But yeah, Lucas and I had distinctly different
it's funny.
experiences. I had a 12 hours baking in the Pomona sun, watching 22 bands.
Dude. Wild.
But
and
and Lucas was at Pride, but oddly, guess which one got their nipple flicked?
yeah, right, me. Yeah, just
Yeah.
stand-
Fest.
and like it only at like noon. Right, like
Yeah.
the fest had barely been. No, excuse me. It was at 1 p.m. Was watching the Adolescents, and this dude just walking straight at me in one fluid motion goes, "I like the way your nipple's showing," and then flips my fucking nipple. I don't know what it is.
Can I
I'm
show
a
them
target.
what it was like on you?
You want to eat that mic, Ty?
Yeah, we learned today that Curtis doesn't like having his nipples touched. Which
So if
I
you ever
respect.
see him in the wild, go straight for the nips.
There is a tier for that. You can't afford it unless you can. I'm gonna
He's-
eat you.
You're guarding. You're guarding now. He's guarding.
The rock tricep.
You're never going to be safe now. Yeah, he does have a rock tricep. It's nuts.
This is my scooping hand.
The nipple
Scooping hand.
What are you scooping, baby?
Nips.
My scooping
It's a scoop information.
Ben, this is Jerry.
In the middle's the cold stove.
Well, in the time since Austin left, I went to the state of Tennessee, which I would prefer to not go back to. I went to the state of New York, which I would prefer to go back to. And I worked a lot and watched 34 movies and most of the league. Okay,
Fascinating.
let's do this quick. I watched...
Is Rafi not one of the best characters just ever on television?
Buddy, I looked at Maddie the other night and I was like, don't you wish we had one in our life? She's like, what do you mean? Like a Rafi. It's like, yeah, we got one, Lucas.
You are the Rafi.
But he's like, you're Rafi and Taco.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
But like with a heart and a conscience.
Yeah, hard. Yeah, right. I watched the episode last night where Rafi fucks the swim teacher.
Oh,
He Rux tells him to impersonate him.
God.
It,
We can't do a tight 3 on the league.
it's so good. All right, let's keep going. Sorry.
No, it is fun. I love that fucking show.
First thing I watched, John Frankenheimer's Seconds.
Hell yeah.
1966. This has been on like the best horror movies ever made list that I've been trying to go through. I guess it's technically a horror movie. Maybe not at the surface. Worth watching. Very
Is it
interesting.
like the Devils?
wait, hold on.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's a movie on that list of the best horror movies of all time that is maybe not a horror movie.
Is the Devils
Yeah,
on
this
that
is
list?
yes.
Of course it is.
That's not a
Horror,
horror movie.
film, maybe.
I think like technically speaking, it is a horror movie, but I can understand like why people would watch and go, "This isn't a horror movie." It's very good. It's worth watching. It's It's very similar to a movie I watched earlier this year called Face of Another. It was a Japanese film. This is it's very like eerily similar. I think I prefer Face of Another. Anyway, moving on. I watched one of the best movies ever made, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Fuck yeah.
It's incredible. It's a perfect film.
You've never seen it?
Nope.
No.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
I wonder if you'd like it.
We'll find out.
I also Cody added it to his list of the greatest films ever made. I'm trying to make the most objective.
William Shakespeare's Savior
Does that just burst out of you? You just-
It's one of those things that everyone has to say every time someone brings up that movie. It's like when Aragorn is like walking by, or he kicks the helmet, and you have to say. that
Okay.
Just toe. It's
You
one
were
of those-
concerned because no one was saying
Yeah,
it.
no one
You're
was
like,
saying
holy
it.
shit, someone's got to say it.
We're gonna have to put subtitles under on the actual.
Did you even catch
moment he
that?
says
No,
that.
no idea what you're talking about.
I actually have no idea what you said.
Don't say it. He won't watch it.
It's William Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew. It's a retelling.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh.
Appropriate reaction, but it's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
I also watched The Coffee Table.
Yep.
I watched Blood and Black Lace.
Me too.
As did Curtis. I bought
Yep.
Maddie got me the 4K for my birthday. It is maybe the most gorgeous 4K I
Stunning.
own. Stunning.
Oh, nice.
Did you get it?
No, but the
color?
the scan is on the Criterion channel.
It's magic, dude. The
It's so
color
fucking
is
good.
so fucking gorgeous.
yeah, that's my favorite
Strong
opening credits maybe ever now.
Opening moment where that sign drops, I thought I just gasped right like immediately.
Sign just dropped.
Yeah, it like not even an exciting or pivotal moment, but like that thing happened. Breath taken away. It is Italian. You should watch it anyway.
Okay.
It's not like as Italian as the other Italian movies that you've probably
There's
watched.
still no
Accurate.
sound
Got
recorded.
it. It's like Northern Italian.
There is still no sound.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
The
Watch it.
soundtrack makes sense this time anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like funk music as spiders come to eat someone's
Literally
face.
listening to Goblin on the way over here.
Because it rules.
so good.
It's so good.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you're saying that, but we're moving on. Because I am maybe the only person, at least in the United States, maybe the whole world, that was really excited to watch The Strangers Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Which I will also note that I have not yet watched.
Yes.
I went and rewatched The Strangers on this iPhone
yeah.
on the airplane to Nashville, Tennessee.
I watched
like
The
David
Strangers
Lynch right now.
Did you really?
2008? You did?
Yes, I also watched that.
I
Also to watch Chapter 1, which I also have not seen.
yeah. This movie, I think the original is very good.
Yes.
Does not hold up the way I remembered it. Did.
Same. I was like, God damn, this thing's slow.
Yeah, it's slow.
I forgot how
and
fucking
it's
slow
not
it was.
long. It's under 90 minutes.
I know, but I felt a lot of those minutes.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of those minutes. But maybe one day I'll watch The Strangers Chapter 1. I'm still just flabbergasted that there are 3 of these.
Do we know any listener? Have you seen Strangers Chapter 1? Do
I
we
think
know
Liam
anyone?
Liam did.
Liam did.
He said it
Yeah.
was dog water.
He said it was, yes, Dogwater.
Great.
Anyway, I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah!
Decidedly not dog water. So fucking good.
Fuck yeah, it's
fucking
awesome.
awesome. Just and for a movie that like after the 3rd trailer, I was like, this movie looks objectively terrible. I don't want anything to do with it.
Looked objectively.
I did not want to watch the movie. I thought it looked,
It looked stupid.
looked stupid as fuck.
It looks stupid.
You don't
And then
like apes.
I don't want to see it because it looks stupid.
It looks
You haven't
stupid.
seen any of them.
Because they look stupid. I saw the first one.
Well, I liked all
Not stupid.
of them, but this looked so stupid. Fucking rules. Loved it so much. Awesome. Highly recommend. I went and saw. I saw the TV Glow. We're gonna move on now.
That's what I've heard.
I will say that as a child of the '90s, it was pretty cool. Also, as someone that doesn't like being around people that are on drugs when I'm not also on those drugs,
That's the worst thing that you can do.
I don't want a movie that's basically that experience.
Yeah, no.
Like this movie has a tone of somebody that's on drugs while you're not on drugs.
Yes, it feels like being explained philosophy and childhood by someone on drugs and you're sober.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not.
Why
It
would you-
doesn't. It doesn't.
If you want your '90s kick, go watch Psycho Gorman.
But
That's the movie. That
But I
Fuck
will.
yeah.
But I will say that
Pretty
the exercise. I don't want to give the movie no credit because what the exercise that they are doing, I think, is really interesting, and I think it works for what they're trying to do. It's just so alienating that it doesn't necessarily hey, if you like feeling alienated, fucking watch the thing. Especially if you like the '90s or grew up in it. Okay,
What about Alien?
we're
if I
gonna
wanna
get
feel
there.
alienated?
Not yet, Lucas.
Okay.
Not yet. Fuck.
What about 8?
What?
It's the movie 8.
Okay, moving on.
Alien 8.
Alien.
And then Ed TV.
I watched Malevolence. No one gets out alive. It's a 2004 film.
Is that about the witch from
No.
Sleeping Beauty?
No. No. I that kind of don't dislike those movies.
Maleficence?
Yeah, they're cool.
Okay. I saw the first one.
Malfeasance?
Moving on because it didn't land the way I hoped it would, or it was sold to me as it would. I
sorry,
watched Toby Hooper's Mortuary.
Oh, rad.
Guys, this movie fucks.
Yeah,
It's pretty good, huh?
It fucks. So, did you watch it?
No. I
Oh.
said he's pretty good.
Oh, Toby Hooper, yeah, legend.
Got some good stuff.
Mortuary fucks. It's so varied of its time. It feels very 2005. Movie rules. Highly recommend. Rewatch Fury Road because I was going to see Furiosa. It's still one of the best movies ever made. Revisited the 2012 remake of Maniac with Elijah Wood.
Still never seen that.
One of the better.
haven't either.
One of the better remakes.
I've seen neither Maniac.
The first one's a trash masterpiece.
Trash masterpiece. This is the elevated version of that. And they do a thing that is very creative that I won't spoil if you've never seen it.
Good.
It's worth it. Strong recommend. I rewatched The Skin I Live In. Antonio Banderas, 2011.
Nope.
Wow. No idea.
Wow.
No, you never seen this?
No.
Never heard of it?
I don't. That's not coming to my brain.
Oh, very, very, very good movie.
Is it Pedro Almodovar?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there something I should know about?
No,
it?
no. I was just like, was it one of those?
Oh, okay. It is. It's 2011. Very fucking cool. I remember seeing it with my mom in theaters.
Oh, they had this playing in the museum, the Motion Picture Museum when
Yes.
I went.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an outstanding film. It is so fucked up what they do. Yeah.
No, go on and listen
Okay.
intently.
It's so fucked up what they do. Very worth watching. Moving on.
Is this the one with the big vagina?
Pardon?
Is this the one where someone's walking out of a gigantic, like 50-foot vagina?
No. Is this the one with the big vagina?
I want you to just ask that about everything now and have that same reaction if it's not. Nah.
The immediate loss of interest.
I watched Yo Jimbo.
Yo, Jimbo.
Yo, Jimbo!
Wow, what a fucking movie.
Is this one I borrowed from you?
Yes. Did you borrow that little set?
Yeah, 2 movies. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's Yo Jimbo and Sanjuro. I watched both of those. Those movies fucking rule.
Yeah, they do.
Most Western films.
Rank them.
Rank the 2?
Yes.
Okay, Yo Jimbo, Sanjuro.
Got it.
Admittedly, Sanjuro started out. I was like, I'm gonna like this more than Yo Jimbo, and then that didn't happen. It's bizarre to me that these movies are specifically Yo Jimbo, which is definitely just like a fistful of dollars just took this movie and ported it into America.
Through Italy, filtered through a nice
filtered through
Italian
Italy, right.
filter.
Despite the fact that Yo Jimbo is an objectively better movie across the board, I think I'd still rather watch A Fistful of
You
Dollars.
see this guy?
It's just because
sure.
it's so fucking cool, man.
I mean,
Like,
Fistful of Dollars is great. I can
yeah,
Fistful of Dollars.
Yo Jim, but I mean, even as a better film, I was surprised by that. Anyway, great. Rewatched Mad Max 2, also in anticipation of.
I watched that too for the first time ever.
Which I'm so happy
so
for
good.
you. What a fucking
Yeah.
movie, right?
I love it to pieces.
It's so
incredible.
fucking good.
Just floored me.
Yes.
It's like Mad Max. Like when you
Yeah.
think about Mad Max, it's that.
That. So good.
So good.
We talked about watching Furiosa. I watched The Beekeeper.
Hell yeah.
fuck yeah.
Maddie. That is a really, really, really stupid movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Of
course
you did.
It is one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen.
Yes.
And terrible.
Yes.
But so much fun.
But great.
Santo versus Dr. Death, 1973.
Santa?
Hell yeah.
Santo.
I see.
Luchador.
Hell yeah.
Famous Mexican luchador. What a movie. I have this on disc if you'd like to borrow it.
Maybe I'll wait till I return whatever else I'm borrowing.
What a movie. Strong recommend. I had a very cool thing happen where about a year-ish ago, I kickstarted a puppet horror movie called Frank and Zed. And the reason I did this is because Letterboxd is, for the most part...
You gave money to the Kickstarter.
Yes.
Okay.
I do this often.
I see. That's good. Good for you. Good. I didn't know Kickstarter. I didn't know if you like gave the guy the idea, or you were like, you should
No.
do some of these puppets, and he's like, I should.
No. Frank and Zed. This movie, Frank and Zed, popped up on a Letterboxd best horror movies of all time list, which makes no sense because the movie
Love
has
it.
never really been released. But enough people had ranked it with high stars that somebody who was making this list just put it on there.
They know what
Okay,
they're doing.
fine.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It worked because I found out about the movie immediately. Watched the trailer. Was desperate to find it. Figured out that it hadn't been released. Saw the Kickstarter. Found out that if I gave like whatever amount of money it was, they'd give me a screener copy. Well, the screener copy never came. And I assumed that this was just kind of like, I lost $10, whatever, moving on with my life. Well, I suddenly get this surprise email from this guy with the copy of this movie. What a fun, awesome fucking time.
This is it. What was it called again?
Frank and Zed.
And it's a puppet movie.
It's a puppet movie. It's a puppet horror movie, and it is Frankenstein meets Army of Darkness.
Yeah, I want that.
It rules.
Wow.
I've emailed with the director a few times now. I don't know when it's coming out, but he has said that the Kickstarter is currently closed, but he has said that he's going to actually release or open up a new one that will be available soon, where people can contribute and potentially be able to get a screener copy to watch it.
I want to see that. I need to get this guy distribution.
Yeah, man, it fucking rules. Like it's super cool. It's super creative. The puppets are awesome.
Where's he located?
They make them?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where he's located, but it's taken him like a decade. This is one of those like Tippett things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like Mad God, where it took him forever. This is like his baby, right? This kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, watch Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Had never seen it. What a blast!
Hell
Oh,
yeah. I should do that this year. I
Yeah.
haven't seen those sequels either.
Watched Four Flies on Grey Velvet for the first time as movie one of the Italian horror movie marathon that was 8 hours. That for Curtis and I, it's the wonderful New Bev.
At the New Beverly Cinema.
And thanks to us, we finally found seats in that theater that are comfortable.
We did, man. In like, what were we in row 2?
Row
we were
two.
row 2. It was great.
Row 2 is not. It's not like
man.
that. You're far enough away.
All right.
The
New Bev?
Yeah.
The New Bev. You're far enough away from
No,
when
it's
you're in row
perfect.
2.
Trust me.
Okay.
There were 4 movies played that night. Curtis, do you want to just go back and forth with these?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Four Flies on Grey Velvet. What a fucking thing! I had never actually seen this
Yeah,
movie.
Dario
I thought I'd
Argento?
seen it. Yeah, it was a Dario Argento gap for me. What a fucking film! Strong recommend. Loved it. You want to cue up the second one?
We did Castle of Blood.
Yes.
By Antonio Margheriti.
Yes.
Dude, that was a time. It went back to like this is very fitting for our theme right now. Big gothic horror weirdo vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you take a Bava movie and smack it in the head with a hammer, and it's kind of that. But it was really fucking fun.
Yeah. Barbara Steele for life.
Yes.
We watched another one, which I think Curtis and I will just go back and forth with the titles of The Crawlers,
Contamination 0.7.
Troll 3.
Is there
What
another?
are they saying? What are they doing?
I don't know, man.
It's like the Blade Runner test for replicants.
Guys, when this movie started, 3 people in the audience of a packed theater knew what it was. And by the end of the movie, the entire theater, I like to think, went out and immediately bought a bootleg copy of this film on Blu-ray because it is magnificent.
This is another Cruel Jaws situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need it.
It was so much fucking fun.
I just want to just make sure
And
that
what was it called again?
Let's go through
I
this
didn't
again.
fully get. Can you just give
Yeah.
me one?
No, we're gonna do all of them again. It's important. The Crawlers,
Contamination 0.7.
also known as
0.7?
Yes,
0.7.
and also Troll.
Like
Dot 7.
Also Troll 3.
are there trolls in it?
No.
Was there a Troll 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are there trolls in Troll 1 and 2?
Yes.
Huh. Fascinating.
So this is a Cruel Jaws. So it's Troll 3 as in Jaws 5.
Yes.
But,
no,
like,
but
that
that is a
makes
shark.
sense.
That makes
That
sense.
makes sense. 'Cause there's a shark.
Makes sense.
There are
This
no
has
trolls
no
in this.
troll.
There are no trolls in this movie.
I think they just sold it to a foreign market that needed a title, and they're like, yeah, call it Troll 3. I don't know.
So it's like if we made a movie and just called it Godfather 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that had nothing to do with Godfather.
Correct.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It rules so hard. It's such fucking garbage. I loved it.
And then the last film
Loved it.
was Nightmare City.
Nightmare City, a.k.a. What was it? What was the title on screen? It wasn't that.
City of the...
You watched all
something.
4 of these?
Yes. And then I got into a car accident.
Oh, yeah, you did.
that's right.
But Nightmare
Yeah,
City.
Cody killed a guy.
What a wonderful time.
Nightmare
that-
City was fun.
It was.
We were sagging at the end of that, definitely.
Yes, tired, very tired.
Yeah, how do you do that without performance enhancing drugs?
I mean, Contamination 0.7 is a performance enhancing
Yes,
drug.
it feels like you're getting mainlined with various drugs at once.
Oh, fuck
it was
yeah.
a blast.
Honestly, we probably would have left if that last movie was like just fine or normal, but like we were so high, we were so fucking high.
Frankly, I had every intention of leaving, and then and then
then
it
that
started and
happened.
was like, oh, right.
Yeah,
Rewatched Alien, still one of the best movies ever made.
Oh fuck,
Goddamn
I
right.
did too.
Oops. Also rewatched The Shining, still one of the best
Oh.
movies ever made.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, with me, with me. In a Violent Nature, we already talked about that. And then 3 of us got a really special treat. We got a really special treat, and I'm sorry.
Sorry
that
for your table.
I watched it all happen.
didn't realize.
I just watched him watch you.
Yeah,
We got.
realize what
yeah,
was happening.
yeah.
I have a tepid topo, and I was screamed at to get a coaster. You think he loves the mic on the wood?
This is a family heirloom. This is
I remember, but I didn't at the time.
well over 100 years old.
Well, he just beat it to shit.
Quarter sawn.
Lucky it
It's
was
beautiful.
you. You're his
Yeah.
favorite. One of us does it. We're not coming back.
Through the window.
Why do you assume that he's my favorite?
we're like
Roll the tape.
3 of the 4 of us had a very special treat. I don't know why you didn't get a ticket exactly.
He couldn't.
Don't like you.
Okay, but 3 of us were fortunate enough to get.
Oh, it gets sold out. It's sold out in like 12 minutes, and it was like, it was time, and I was like in the middle of something or something like that.
I mean, set a timer.
I was driving.
Said, pull over. I was dropping off Pepper. I planned for this. I showed up 5 minutes early to sit in the parking lot. Anyway, moving on. I'm sorry. I don't. That was mean.
What do we see?
That was mean. We watched Long Legs.
We've seen fucking Long Legs, baby.
We watched Long Legs.
And we can talk about it.
And we didn't just watch Long Legs. We watched
can
Long Legs
talk
with
about
Nicolas Cage.
with
Nicolas Cage.
and
Slick Nick Cage.
and Ozzy Perkins.
And Ozzy Perkins.
Was Nick Cage in the audience for
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
He watched the whole fucking thing.
He watched the whole movie. Dude, so I did not. I knew nothing of Long Legs. I knew it was Oz Perkins. And that's it. And then so I wasn't really excited just because I didn't know. What the fuck, guys? That movie's unreal.
I can't stop thinking about it.
I want to watch it again so bad. I actually the other day it popped back in my head and I was like, oh, I should go see that again. And I was like, oh,
That's right.
it's not out yet.
Yeah.
I have to
3
wait.
more weeks or whatever.
I hesitate to talk about it too much because I realized very quickly that I'm overhyping this
Hype
movie.
sucks, but man, I mean, the world is doing it for us
Dude,
too.
I saw a
Everyone's like,
commercial the
yeah,
other day that's
yeah.
scariest movie of the decade. I was like, don't say that. It is spooky. It's great, but don't do that shit because then people go so.
It immediately turns me off now if a marketing thing says people left the theater, people were vomiting.
Yep. Stop
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't
what
work.
else?
It just
Standing
sullies the
ovation at
experience.
Cannes. Don't
Yeah.
They all get one. They
Yeah.
all get one.
They're very nice at Cannes.
They boo you at Cannes though too.
Yeah, but they're all
Fucking
getting
booed.
standing ovations and getting booed. It's at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Standing ovation could mean booing. We don't know anymore.
The
Sure.
French are fickle. Anyway, Long Legs is phenomenal.
It rules, Lucas. I can't wait for you to watch it.
Dude, I cannot
Can we call
wait
the number?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for listeners, if you're not up to date, there's a marketing campaign right now where if you call a phone number, something happens. I have a feeling I know what happens, but
I have a guess.
I called it earlier today.
did
God
you?
damn it.
Yeah.
Why?
It was
he's
before he said that. I
'cause
was
he's
gonna call it.
betrayal.
Should have known.
I did.
He's betrayal.
Yeah.
You're getting scooped for that one.
Go check the exposure.
I was going to wait till he was done.
Oh my! Ew!
Lucas.
Fucking ew! That's the Cage.
Yes.
That's Nick Cage.
Oh, I can't wait. But
It works.
oh, that was uncomfortable.
It's such a unique and special movie. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that we have it.
Yeah.
Please, listeners, if you have seen it or when you see it, don't spoil the movie. For the love of fucking God, don't talk about it being the scariest movie ever made.
I mean,
It's obviously not.
Look, who knows, man? I mean, there are people. Look, I think that you get something like Hereditary every now and then, which how it ages may be different than how it came out, but that's one that still succeeds. And you tell people this movie's fucking scary. People are like, you're right, that was fucking scary. You know, Long Legs feels like these are wildly different films. I'm not comparing the two, but Long Legs feels like the first thing since Hereditary where you're like, dude, this thing's scary, and people are like, yeah, you're right. This is fucking scary.
Yeah, I after the next day, I was like, man, because I remember walking out of it being like, it wasn't that scary, and then thinking when I got home that night, I'd be like, that was fucking unnerving.
I legit do
It's
still
very-
go to bed and see things, and I'm like, I don't want it, and that doesn't happen to me.
yeah, ever,
So
right?
Sorry.
It's very unsettling. And
Yeah.
and the atmosphere of it is so good. And I mean, Oz Perkins does that so well. He's fine with a long, slow
Yeah.
dread. And he does it great, especially in this one.
And he finally got one that just fully rips.
Yeah, I did
well.
not feel the length
No.
at all. I didn't feel drag. It was just,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to quickly try to wrap this up. I watched Intruder, 1989, Scott Spiegel, starring both of the Raimi brothers.
Yeah.
Very not as good as I thought it was going to be, but very cool, worth watching.
Sweet.
Watched Hercules in the Haunted World, another Mario Bava joint.
Oh yeah, was it starring the guy who was in Castle of Blood? The beefy ghost.
Is it?
I think so.
No.
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 Okay. 'Cause he was a Hercules actor.
No, it doesn't. But
Anyway.
it's good. It's fun. It's a fun time.
Nice.
I watched The Princess and the Frog for the first time. It's
Are
good.
you talking about something Reeves?
Christopher, Lou,
I will not remember the name
Max.
of him.
Matt.
Max Reeves?
Alan.
No.
It might be. I will not remember this guy's name unless I just look up
Because
Castle.
that's so weird that you said that. Because I was just talking to an old woman on a rooftop, and she brought up that guy who played Hercules was from the.
Okay, well,
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna keep.
Steve Reeves
Was
was Hercules in Pietro Francisci's Hercules.
What is happening?
Great.
I don't know.
In
But we're gonna
1958, sorry.
we're an hour into
No.
this. Princess and the Frog. What a great
It's
movie.
fantastic.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Outstanding.
Music's fantastic. Coolest villain.
Coolest villain.
Fucking Keith David.
Yeah, and the fact
yeah.
that like, and I didn't
you seen
realize
it?
that.
Nope.
It's
Dude,
so
it's
good.
great. It's
I
really
didn't
good.
know that Keith David was in the movie until like it started, and I was like, oh, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
And he
So
sings,
good.
dude. It's good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what
His
they do at
song is good.
Disneyland.
Yeah, me too. It looks cool.
I watched it actually. I went to Disneyland and then watched it. Rewatched Aliens. Still one of the best movies ever made.
I did too.
Hell
Damn
yeah.
it, because I'm gearing up.
I know. I gotta start.
Yes, we're gearing up. We're gearing up for. Do we talk about this?
Did
What
we?
episode is this? We will still.
This is 90.
This will be 98.
This is 99.
We will have to come back to this.
This is 98.
Okay.
I think this is 98.
My pick's 99.
Yes, but depending on how we have to record,
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, so we shouldn't spoil this yet.
We got to figure this out later. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure they figured it out based on.
Yeah, that's a good
What
point.
has happened?
Yeah, that's true. Spoiler alert.
We're watching Sigourney Weaver.
Wiener movies.
No, we won't officially say. But if you're clever,
you're a
you
keen listener.
You're
you
paying
have
attention.
you have figured out exactly what we're doing.
I watched Inside Out and Inside Out 2.
Brad.
Love it.
Inside Out, perfect. Have you guys, or nearly perfect, have you guys watched Inside Out 2?
No.
No.
Very fun. Doesn't have the capture the same magic as Inside Out, but it's still very good.
It's kind of what I hear.
Watched Furiosa again.
Lovely.
And then I watched a little film that Curtis had been really just pushing me to watch called Pain and Gain.
Yeah. American masterpiece about the American dream.
I'll tell you, boys, when that movie started and like minutes went by, I went, what is happening? Like I looked at Maddie and I went, what?
Yeah.
What movie are we watching? And then she said, did you say that Michael Bay directed this? Are you sure? Right? And then yeah, it sure is. That is the most unassuming Michael Bay movie I've ever seen. I would have had no idea that's Michael Bay if you put that in
Interesting.
front of me.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Why? Because it was good.
I mean,
I want to hit this table so bad. It is such an instinct to do a dumb which I do down
You do
there
it
all the time.
downstairs,
It's a
yeah.
dumbass card table. This is
yeah.
a lovely piece of oak that I would never besmirch.
thank you.
Like someone.
It is certainly one of the more enjoyable Michael Bay experiences I've ever had. I don't particularly care for Michael Bay.
Yeah. Is
nor I.
it dog shit? What have you called Michael Bay's movies except for The Rock, I guess? Is this movie dog shit?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not dog shit.
Victory.
No, I think it's a great movie.
Victory.
I think it's boring at times.
I don't care.
I think it drags pretty hard. But I think like the moment that it starts to drag, it drags for like 2 minutes, and then either Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, or Anthony Mackie will say some shit or do something where you're like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Someone will do drugs or someone will
Something, right?
have sex with Rebel Wilson or
It's with easily the most entertaining The Rock's ever been.
his best performance in it.
It's
bar none.
And he's a very entertaining actor,
Yes,
right?
he is.
He's mag-fucking-nificent in that
Yeah.
movie. So funny. Also not what I expected. That is all
yeah.
the things that I watched besides
Wow.
tonight's movie.
Wow. All right, boys. I'm going to try and go through this as quick as I can.
Yeah, I'm
but,
sorry. This is not going well.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was before we fucking. Oh, God.
Yeah. We do what we can here.
My first like 3 we're gonna have to stop on because they all need to be talked about. So I purchased blind a 4K disc of a movie that I watched called Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
I think I summed it up in my letterbox. Just like history of the Earth, there are 2 distinct eras in all of our lives: BC and CE, before Conan and Conan Enlightenment.
You get it.
It's fucking awesome! Holy shit!
He gets it. He saw the light. Everything is begotten from Conan the Barbarian.
True. That movie, I think a great way to suss out people is to just say Conan the Barbarian or Gladiator.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
And if they pick Conan, you know they're good people.
Cool people.
And if they put Gladiator, they're probably kind of lame. Conan the Barbarian is so fucking wonderful. I love that world. I love everything about that movie. I like Lawrence Fishburne's weird hair. They fire snakes at people as if they were arrows.
I'm sorry, who?
Not Lawrence Fishburne. Mufasa.
James Earl Jones.
Yes, it was escaped me.
I wanted to let you go with that for so as long as possible.
I like Lawrence Fishburne's weird hair too.
Yeah.
In this movie,
I mean, his lack of.
in this movie, I like
Yeah.
Mufasa's.
James
Yeah.
Earl
James Earl,
Jones.
fuck the brainworms. James Earl Jones' weird hair. They fire snakes at people as if they were arrows. I love this goddamn movie.
Is it
I'm
the
so
mold?
glad. What?
Is it the mold?
Yeah, it's the mold. It's the black mold. I'm suing. Yeah, I'll move quick, but oh goddamn, that movie's great.
Rules.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
So
Fuck
glad you
yeah,
got
I'm
it.
so glad I own it. Then on the plane, because I had a long plane ride, I finally watched Seven Samurai.
Oh, nice.
Phenomenal movie.
Hell yeah.
Phenomenal. 5 stars. Phenomenal.
Rank
yeah,
'em.
perfect.
Unbelievable. Rank the 7 of the Samurai.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
I mean, there's one right answer for number one.
you. And then because I was going to...
You can do that, though.
and longsword guy. The guy who has to carry a sword like this. That's the coolest shit ever. And then because I was going to Spain and Italy, who's your favorite samurai? Fine, we'll do it. Who's your favorite samurai? Fine. Who's the best samurai?
What? Now I'm forgetting
The
his
main
name.
guy?
Yeah,
This guy?
Toshiro Mifune.
The main guy?
The crazy one.
No, the crazy one.
Oh, the crazy one.
Yeah.
He's your favorite?
Yeah.
All right.
Without question.
Rules.
Okay.
It's the only time that I've ever
Tetsuo.
described an
Yeah,
actor as
Tetsuo.
electric.
Yeah.
And then because I was going to Spain and Italy, I watched The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That Vespa trip.
Russell Crowe did that trip on a Vespa.
Dude, shit's awesome.
Is that not the biggest fucking pig at the beginning of the movie?
I don't remember the pig.
At the very beginning of the movie, he's in some like house in the countryside.
Yes, and they put the devil in the pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a big pig.
It's a big
uncomfortably big pig.
It's not good, but I love it so much.
Yeah.
Then I watched The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1
Wow.
because Kaylin watched the other ones on the flight, and we watched that. Then we watched Brave,
Yeah.
which is great. Then we watched Not Just a Goof, a upcoming documentary about the making of a Goofy movie. It's fantastic.
Oh, really?
I hope it finds distribution soon. That's what they were showing on the ship, and Dad and I were singing a song before that movie. That's why we got to go to Europe. It's really cool. I'm obviously extraordinarily biased, but it's a really great documentary, and I hope that you all get to see it very soon. Then I watched Kwaidan,
Oh, fuck yeah.
a Japanese
I have not seen this.
anthology.
Rules.
It does rule.
Rules.
It is absolutely too long.
Way too long. I watched that in like 3 parts.
Yeah.
It is so long. Like where Seven Samurai is a similar runtime, but like flies.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
But every frame a painting.
Cool.
Stunningly gorgeous.
I need it.
Way too long, but what is it?
Watch it in the parts because it's an
Yeah.
anthology.
Yeah. And
So-
like, and each one legit feels like a whole movie.
Yeah. So I would recommend like watch one, and if you want, take a little break, finish it later or the next day or whatever. But gorgeous, stunning.
Each one's like an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long ass fucking movie.
Yeah, it's three tiny movies.
yeah,
Strong recommend.
very cool. Then I watched Renfield.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah, not bad. Not
Bad.
great.
It's fun.
Not
Pretty
great.
fun. Nick
but-
Cage does rule, right?
Cage absolutely rules. Then I decided to watch Split because I was on a plane and jet lagged and wanted to watch that. That movie's fucking good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really awesome.
It's awesome, Cody.
Young Anya Taylor-Joy. Fucking
That is one of the ones that I like.
Oh, nice.
fucking McAvoy.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I mean, the movie doesn't work without any lesser actor, and nope.
Yeah.
Movie doesn't work.
That man is
not at all.
jacked in that movie.
Dude.
Dude, he's jacked in the new Speak New Evil coming
Yeah,
out.
in
Is he?
the wildly unnecessary remake that we're getting.
That trailer, I'm like, you're fucking. I mean, he's jacked in Glass too. Whatever. James McAvoy rules.
He absolutely rules. We watched Long Legs, and it rules. Then I was staying here watching The Dog That Lives Here, and I rifled through Cody's
He has
movies,
a name.
and I watched The Others.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
very much enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's a little slow.
It is slow, and I kind of knew what they were doing out the gate.
Had you seen it before?
Nope.
Oh, rad.
I don't want to spoil it for Lucas, but I weirdly had the thought, like, it'd be really cool if they were doing this, or if they haven't done this. Actually, my thought was, ooh, it'd be cool to tell a movie that's actually this, and it was that, and I was like, oh, never mind.
It's one of the better ghost stories I think that exists.
It is very good.
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Her and Naomi Watts every time. I'm
How?
like, who's who?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're both Australian.
And
They
beautiful.
Look the same.
Yeah. That's not okay.
Very good. Then I watched Fight Club because Kayla wanted to watch Fight Club.
Yeah.
Ooh. One of the best movies ever made.
Absolute 5-star. It's not my favorite movie.
Yeah.
But it is unlike anything else. And like you just watching it today, you can just feel how much that just influenced movies. Like it was like a bomb on cinema and editing, and it is so perfectly, masterfully crafted. 5 stars. Again, not my favorite movie, but I recognize the
You don't
talent.
give out 5 stars often.
No, I don't. But when I see a thing that is perfectly executed,
I think we're at 2 tonight.
yeah. What's my other one?
Seven Samurai.
Goddamn right.
What'd you, Conan?
Well, and not just a goof. Conan's 4.5.
Okay.
I know. I know. I know. Not perfect. Except a guy punches a fucking camel in the face. God,
Not just a
damn.
guy, the guy.
The guy. Top Gun Maverick still rocks.
Okay.
Furiosa.
Yeah.
Talked about it. Val, the Val Kilmer documentary. It's good. It's worth your time. Worth watching. They definitely like to gloss over his him being a difficult person to work with, but really interesting because it's all like footage that he shot over the course of his life, like backstage stuff. And dude, all I want is just like 100 hours of Dr. Moreau backstage footage.
Yes.
Dude,
That
I
shit
know.
looked crazy.
I know. Those stories are so wild.
They're crazy. Oh. Strangers. Shrek 2.
So good.
Not that good.
Okay.
It's
I don't think I like the Shreks. All the like modern winky jokes just don't work for me.
tough, right?
It feels mean too. It's kind of a mean movie.
Yeah.
The police chase scene is
Dude.
hilarious.
Dude, do you know what I caught this time? Because I was watching the police chase. Dude, so they like doing a cops parody and they wrestle Donkey to the ground.
Dude.
And he's yelling, police brutality, and the cop puts his knee on his neck. And I was like, holy fucking shit. That's
Yeah.
not a joke you're doing now. Yeah, they're mean movies. I don't love the
They're
Shreks.
kind of mean, aren't they?
They're just like, there's no like a Disney Pixar has this nice warmth, and Shrek's a little like, fuck you. And I'm like, just not into it.
This little bitch over here.
I like it. Then I watched The Fall Guy.
Yeah, Fall Guy.
Also not very good.
Oh,
Dude, that
at least
movie's
two
not.
of us.
Dude, that movie's not good.
I thought
What
it
is
was
wrong
great.
with you?
I loved it.
The stunts are awesome. The acting's great. The story is dog water.
It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be great. It's trying to tell. It's trying to tell a message. It's great.
It's trying
awesome.
to tell a message.
Yes, it's
What's the
trying-
message?
The message is to pay attention to to give the credit to the creators of the films, to give the credit to the stunt people. I think they did I think they used that as a very good, a very simple and base story to tell that. I think they did.
You know what I
very good
did
job
find
with that.
ironic at the end though, when they were showing the credits and they were showing the stunt doubles, they didn't put their names up. I was like, oh,
That's pretty ironic.
I was like, that'll be cool. Like that's a good way to really hit home your point. Nope,
Yeah, no,
they're down at the end with the rest.
I was
know.
smooth by the end of that movie in the brain. I mean,
That
sans
movie-
ridges.
That movie wants you to like it too much.
That's the problem.
It's
It's
like-
smug.
Please like me.
I gave it 3 because it just tipped over into like I did enjoy it, but I also acknowledge it's not good.
I didn't expect him to love it necessarily, but I
Yeah.
did honestly expect Curtis to love that movie.
I did too.
He's a smart man. Then
I
I
don't like
watched
that. You said that you don't like that director's brand of fun.
I don't. It's too cute. It's like too cute.
It's adorable.
It just doesn't do it.
That's
for me.
why. That's what confuses me.
What
You
else
would
has he done?
Hobbs and Shaw. He did Atomic
Okay.
Blonde, which somehow I think is his best one so far.
It is definitely his best.
both
He
Deadpools?
did Deadpool 2.
Oh, just Deadpool 2.
I like Deadpool too.
And I'm already like, yeah, anyway, I don't need to talk about Deadpool on this fucking thing. Yeah.
I watched the.
What? I just shocked. This is like the one.
Dude,
the
that's
one
maybe my
thing-
favorite Kiss song too. And I was like, I can't stand this.
It's the best use, maybe the best use of music ever.
In what?
Fall Guy. It's like the theme.
There's a Kiss song.
Yeah.
Ah!
Play it
The
here.
whole movie. Don't play it here.
Let's go to
The whole movie.
Spotify.
Don't do that either.
Oh, that's a Kiss song.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
made for loving you.
I didn't know that was Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, I obviously knew the song. I didn't know it was Kiss.
Because Kiss is like basically disco, and that's
Yeah,
a
I
disco
know.
song.
Dude, they are.
Get
though.
out of my house.
Fucking are. I
They
don't know what to
are
tell you.
though.
Get out of my house.
Yeah, I don't know if they're really a rock band.
Get the fuck out of my house!
I mean, they have the guitars.
Yeah, eat as many bats
Stop
as you
it.
want.
I can't do
don't
this
care.
right now. It's been too long since I've seen you. My blood pressure's been a good place. I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to do this.
Tell you what, they're a lot better than Tony Iommi. I'll tell you that.
You're goddamn
Get out
right.
of my house! Stop it!
Peter Criss is a better guitar player than Tony Iommi.
That's funny.
Then I watched the American Society of Magical Negroes, and I did not enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I liked what they were doing, but like, dude, they create. Who's seen it? Have you seen it?
No, when I saw that one of you gave it bad ratings, I was like, I'm never going to watch you.
My biggest problem, and this isn't too spoilery if you do want to watch it, my biggest problem is they create this really cool, clever, interesting, magical world, and then we leave it immediately to be in a stupid rom-com. And I'm like, you set up such a cool thing.
Yeah. I guess I come from it on the other angle. Like, I like a good rom-com with a weird hook. And
See,
it's like,
I was so set up for like, not Harry Potter, but I was set up for a lot more of that.
yeah.
And I did not get
Sure.
it. The title is stupid for what it is. But then I watched a movie that I did enjoy called Infested.
Yes.
Verminous.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Wonderful. Such great spider spookies. It absolutely takes a wild horse shit towards the end. Characters start making crazy decisions. Crazy decisions that endanger all the lives of all the other characters. However, overall great. Really good.
Yeah, the right getting there is like a 5-star film.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he that moment when he loses the spider and he
Right.
starts like looking under the bed, I'm like, oh. That moment is like, oh, this is I'm not even that afraid of spiders.
Yeah.
And that bothered me. Oh,
The best was when he opens the shoebox and immediately
Yeah.
closes it. Like, spider.
I forgot. I forgot to tell you guys this when you walked in. This is relevant.
Oh, cool. I love that.
We
This is my new pet.
no. This is probably the only time that the three of you will ever enter this house and feel confident that there is not a single living spider inside of this home right now because we had it fumigated.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
Great. That makes me feel good.
All of them are dead.
Wow.
All of the spiders are dead. If you would like to go inspect the basement with
There's mold.
Hold on. There's something else there
You
now.
want to spend a lot of time in that basement.
with a respirator, you will find dead spiders lying around everywhere.
I don't like that either.
Wow. Varying in size and shape and color.
There's one now.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. But I just thought you guys would feel appreciative of the fact that they're
Thank
all
you.
dead. They're all
I'm
dead.
very
Appreciate
happy
you.
to know. Can we do that weekly? Maybe on Monday nights, you just have them come by and touch it up.
No, and here's why. Because despite the fact that they put the sign on my door that said I could re-enter the premises at a time, and they verbally told me I could, I walked in, and after about 20 minutes, my eyes felt like they were burning out of my skull, and my throat started feeling itchy,
Do you think-
which I immediately realized after reading the pamphlet was the warning agent that they put in the gas that if you're being exposed to it, you should exit immediately.
Why'd you... Two things. Why'd you come back early?
I didn't come
and
back
why
early.
did you have to be told that if you have itchy eyes in a gas house that you should leave? Just
we-
reading it and crying.
They,
It says it's bad, honey.
Get the dog.
We should go.
Did they tell you where you could acquire some of this warning gas?
they took the tent off the house. We pulled up.
I want warning gas.
They were packing it away. We said, "Are we good to go in?" They said, "Yeah, you're all good to go in." We tested the air. You're fine. We walked up. The sign is literally on the door. It says, "You can enter as of this time." We entered. We were here for about an hour. Maddie left to go get picked it up from storage. I'm here with the dog right there, and suddenly, like, man, why are my eyes burning? Feels weird. Probably just allergies. 5 minutes later, I was like, my throat is now definitely burning too. I think we have a problem. So I took the dog, took the paperwork, and stood out there with my computer and worked and then called people and was mad.
Did you just open out the doors and windows?
Yes, opened up all the doors and windows and had the fan running.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Did they show you like
You're here.
the amount of insects that they've
I'll
scooped?
tell you.
They don't scoop them. They leave that to me.
They
what?
leave them for you?
Yeah, you have to pick up the insects to.
That's bullshit.
I mean, I'm sure you could pay extra.
Cool.
Is that one?
Wait,
What? Maddie cleaned already.
He's
how many?
I didn't count. I'm not a weirdo. What the fuck's wrong with you?
How many
Did you
bugs?
count
Well,
how
you
many bugs?
you want to know if it's worth it, right?
Yeah,
I killed it. I did it for the termites.
You could do a price per bug. Well, did
I
you
didn't
count
even-
those?
Honestly, the thought of the spiders going away didn't even cross my mind. It was the fact. It was the
you eat
Like,
them?
if you
termites.
killed like 2 pounds full of bugs. Do you imagine how many bugs that is?
It's not-
2
You know
pounds.
You know how much,
It's 2
you know how much
pounds.
life force you get from that?
Yeah.
It's true. Early, but that's true.
That was way
It's
too
like
early.
I wonder
Way
if
too
I wonder
early.
if I could just do that and see
Way
what
too
happens.
early. You're describing. Never mind. We're not going to do this. Go on. Please continue. This is my foot. You may touch it.
Then I watched Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
Not very good. Not good. Fun. It's fine.
I had fun.
but it's not good. The Rock is so miscast in that.
Well,
Dude, you cannot have a Titan on this boat. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It just looks wrong.
And
his
I realize I don't
chemistry
like-
with Emily Blunt was like just not there.
I
No,
don't
No.
like, and I don't like seeing him kiss people in movies.
no, me either. I don't. He's not a sexual creature
No.
to me.
And it can't be like sweet. It could be like weird, like in fucking Pain and Gain.
I haven't seen Painting It.
Like you can kiss people and shit like that.
Yeah, but I agree. There's something
You gotta
about
feel. You gotta be like, ugh, when you see him fucking smooch someone.
Yeah, but him as he's just too gigantic.
No,
It's
weird.
and the stories.
You gotta be like, ugh.
Like he's got to kiss someone. You gotta do the flinch. Anyway.
I watched Idiocracy.
Yep.
Also not great. Boy, there's
Oh,
a
wow.
lot of jokes in that you're not doing today.
I haven't seen it
bet.
since
I
it
haven't-
came out.
I watched that in high school.
It's fine. It's not great. I appreciate what they're doing. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but overall, it's just not good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Is that it?
I like the
That's
go
it.
away, I'm beaten.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now for
I'm gonna get through. We covered a lot of these. I'm gonna get through all 44 of these real quick. I promise.
now for the
44.
44 movie list in less than 9 minutes.
Listener, there is a notes tab. You will see when this ends before you listened, if you really care. Where we really
Imagine they
start
just
talking
skipped your movie
about.
list.
You're wrong. You could start it when I start speaking here.
Do you see this?
There we go.
Maybe you should do that. Like
I watched Ready or Not. Watched Legally Blonde. Watched Coffee Table. Watched King of the Planet of the Apes. Watched P.D. Wheatstraw.
What?
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
Rudy
dude.
Ray Moore joint where
Oh,
he
I've been wanting
plays.
that.
He has a deal with the devil. You guys need to watch some fucking Rudy Ray Moore movies.
Okay.
Holy, it's like Dolomite, right? Like that.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
story of Rudy Ray Moore. So
Got it.
his actual films.
Got it.
So fucking
I
fun.
would like to see those.
I watched Fall Guy. I watched Torso, a Sergio Martino film because I just wanted some Italian schlock before me and Cody went and sat in a dark pit with Italian schlock for a whole day.
Yep.
Pretty good little giallo film. I watched The Borderlands. I'm getting to the part I was like, what the fuck is this? Borderlands is a religious found footage horror movie that Guillermo del Toro was talking about loving so much. And it is pretty fucking cool. It's about these this priest and an investigator who go to a church to basically ghost hunt a claim that there is a haunting or there's a spirit at this church. And it ends really fucking cool, and I wish we got more of what the ending turned out to be. But it's a good time. It's like found footage.
Ooh.
Rewatch Mad Max. I love that movie so much, the original.
Really?
I do.
I haven't seen it in so long, but I remember being so let down.
It's fun to see where it starts because it's like proper ozploitation. Like it's it's that low budget, just get together what you can, which I know how George Miller ended up getting. He did that with all the movies. It's at least Road Warrior, but that like 70s zeitgeist of Australian movies is so in the DNA of this that I love.
Right. I think when
So-
I saw it, I was expecting
Right.
Road Warrior, and I'm like, "What? There's a park."
Yeah, I know. It's
What is this?
basically today, but in
Yes.
the green
Yes.
part of the outback.
Right.
Yeah. No, they actually shot this where they shot Pitch Black.
Oh,
Yeah, same area of the outback. I watched Messiah of Evil, weird fucking little vampire flick.
fuck yeah,
I described it as Lynch meets Lovecraft.
fuck
and
yeah, dude.
truly mean that.
Excuse me?
Rules so
Weird.
fucking hard.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
What's it called?
Messiah of Evil.
Okay.
It's an all timer, man.
It really is. I had a great time, and you can get through it pretty quick. Watched Road Warrior. Watched Deathstalker. R.I.P. Roger Corman.
oh yeah.
He's been on
passed
my list
away.
forever. Oh,
He's dead
yeah.
now.
we haven't done the episode since he died.
We haven't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched this, and because of that, this is one of his one of the famous sword and sandal skin flicks. You know, so there's so many titties, there's so many orgies. Like it's just here you go, Austin. But it's just like a fun Conan knockoff, and it's garbage, but it's a lot of fun to watch. Joe Bob did a show on this.
With
Oh, yeah?
it in Last Drive-In?
Yeah. he did
Really?
Deathstalker. Yeah.
Interesting.
Blood and Black Lace. I watched The Bay of Blood, another Mario Bava, which is essentially the origin of all Western slashers.
Yes.
It's
And
fucking perfect.
including
I
the
loved it.
origin of several exact kills from Friday the 13th.
Yes. 100%.
Yes, derivative, and they admit it, and it's one of the magic. Also, doesn't make a lick of sense.
Does not at all. But had a great time.
Don't
'Cause
care.
I was like, I love this shit. This is
So
where
good.
it came from. Watched Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome for the first time. Woo! That movie takes a turn.
It's awesome. How do you dare you say anything else? Fucking, what is that? Is it?
I don't like Hook, man. It becomes like
Oh.
Hook remakes the back half of Beyond Thunderdome.
There are 2/3 of that movie that are amazing and epic. There is 1/3 of that movie that is the most disappointing third of a film I've ever seen.
Like,
I
just
think.
put the fucking brakes on the train. You can just hear the screeching.
Yes.
Like, the movie comes to a halt. But it's still great. It's a Mad Max movie.
Last time I watched that, I was drunk as fuck at the Los Feliz 3
Yeah.
with some of my friends, and I couldn't believe how boring that was, even when I was drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's also kind of long. I watched Crimson Peak because I got that Arrow 4K. That is my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie.
I just want to quickly share that the amount of restraint that I have had to exercise to not buy that set because I know how beautiful it is and because you were a monster and sent me a whole video of it.
I just like I did like an unboxing video for Cody.
Yeah. even though like that is not a particularly favorite movie of mine, I was like, but like I'll watch it.
Yeah.
So I should probably just buy it, right?
Yeah.
I had it in the cart.
Yeah, man, you got to get it.
You're a monster. I haven't
pull that
bought it
trigger.
yet.
It's
I the
gorgeous.
restraint.
Why don't you buy
gorgeous.
it?
Huh?
Why don't you buy
Because
it?
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to
Why don't you
spend
just
less money.
return Luchador Horrors of the Moon and get this one?
Because
instead?
I don't want to return Luchador Horrors of the Moon, Austin.
fair enough.
Okay? Santo is a hero. Okay? Sorry, please keep going.
It's okay. I watched Mad Max Fury Road, best movie ever made. I watched Peeping Tom for the first time ever.
Also, one of the best movies
really?
ever made.
Really fucking awesome.
Did you borrow his?
No, I was on Criterion Channel.
Oh.
Yeah, because they just did. Is the print good or the
Yeah,
scan?
it's the same 4K scan.
Okay,
That's in
I
the
haven't
disc is
watched
on
it
there.
yet. I just love my old
Yeah.
DVD.
Dude,
Oh,
it's pretty
fucking
awesome. huh?
gorgeous.
Yeah,
And it's
okay, I might
fucking
buy it.
awesome. That performance by that guy is
Incredible, right?
Incredible.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I was stunned at how much I enjoyed that film for whatever reason. 1960.
I know. I was not expecting to like it that much.
Furiosa, I watched Targets, guys. Targets, another R.I.P. Roger Corman. He produced this film, directed by Peter Bogdanovich. Peter Bogdanovich's first movie. Boris Karloff plays essentially a Boris Karloff figure at the end of his career.
Huh.
And that his story of like him questioning retirement meshes up against like this like dissection of American dreamism by this mass shooter, and those stories collide. And I was surprised to see how much of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is in this movie. It's the coolest fucking thing ever. I bought it immediately, so it lives with me now.
It lives with you now?
Yes,
I would like to borrow both of
Oh,
those films,
yeah.
or if you would
Yes,
like to do
I
the
do
double
wanna
with
see
me,
this.
we may do
Yes.
that.
we're gonna do that, boys. Targets rule so hard. Watch those Italian flicks with Cody. I watched Revenge.
That movie rules.
It's really good. I like a lot of the sound of blood in that movie is really phenomenal, oddly enough. And there's a lot of blood in that movie.
A lot of fucking blood and a lot of moments where I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have ripped a little harder, but I liked it quite a bit.
I don't know, man. I think that ripped pretty hard.
It's pretty.
It's been a minute since I've seen it, but
Yeah. Speaking of electric from way back, I watched Hitman. Went to the Egyptian theater and watched Hitman starring Glenn Powell, the most electric actor working today.
Oh, yes. How is it?
It's awesome.
What are you
It looks-
shaking your
I
head
heard
at?
it's fun.
Why are you shaking your head?
You don't like Glenn Powell? You don't like Hitman?
I think Glenn Powell is fine.
It's fine.
Go ahead, Curtis.
It's fine. It's fine. This is a Richard Linklater rom-com with some weirdo action in it, and it's so charming and fun to watch. Like, it's fucking great. I loved it.
I will
on
caveat
Netflix.
that Maddie watched this film and then described Glenn Powell's performance to me. Maddie, who also thinks that he's mostly just fine. And she's like, it's very impressive. That she described it to me. I was like, that does sound like it probably rules pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch the movie, but it sounds
Not
like it
just
rules
not
pretty fucking
gonna
hard.
watch it?
I don't have time.
Why not?
I don't have time.
And ever?
Maybe.
How many
Watch it
movies-
before Twisters.
Do you know how? No.
Why?
Before Twisters?
Yeah.
What? What do you mean? That comes out in like 2 weeks?
No, it comes out in like a month. It's the end of July.
I absolutely don't have time in the next month.
Are you
How
going
many-
to watch any movie in the next month?
Yes, but how long is
Well,
it
then
taking me
watch
just to get
Hitman.
through the other 3 Richard Linklater movies that I have downstairs? I've gone through one of them. They're
right.
short.
You're right. You got to get through those.
Thank you.
Just watch more movies, Cody.
Yeah.
Do better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do better, Cody.
Put up better
I
numbers.
watched Inner Violent Nature. I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again. I watched Long Legs. Watched The Wedding Singer because that's the one film of Adam Sandler's that Jess will watch with me,
Fantastic. It's fair.
and it rules. Hey,
I mean, it gets old.
Does
what are you
it?
talking
I
about?
don't know what you're talking about.
I watched Martin, the George Romero
Yeah,
film.
dude.
Huh.
What a strange movie.
Strange little George Romero vampire film.
Where did you watch
I
this?
thought you were talking about the
I think
Lords
it was on
TV show.
Tubi.
It was on Tubi? Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was on Tubi. I was like, fuck it, I need to watch this thing, and I fired it up, and it was a weird little time. I had a great time with it. There's not much like it out there.
I think maybe nothing like it.
Maybe
I remember
nothing like
I remember starting it and being like this because it kept I was in college when I watched this. It kept popping up as like one of the best horror movies ever made.
Yeah.
And I put it on and went I felt like it was like whiplash. Like from that opinion to the film that I watched, I feel like I keep feeling like I need to revisit it because it felt just so strange.
It is. I need another watch just to like calibrate myself to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's a Romero joint, and it's awesome.
Huh.
I watched Pieces again because I have that Blu-ray, and I wanted to watch the Spanish version.
How was the Spanish version?
2 minutes longer, and I'm not sure where it was, but it was, I guess, in the gore. It was still one of the best movies I ever made, so like, I don't know what to say. Yeah, one of the best times I've ever had watching the film.
Yes,
Speaking
that I agree
of,
with.
I then watched Nope and Jaws. Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
Back to back?
Yeah.
Wow.
One day?
No.
Oh.
This was actually kind of during
too
mine
good
and
a day.
Jess's trip. It was like the thing that we
Oh,
watched
okay.
at night when we were going to bed.
Both 5-star greatest thing that ever
That's
happened.
the greatest things that ever happened to
Oh my
cinema.
God.
Yeah, and probably the world.
Oh, so good. They're so good.
Then I watched The Watchers, the new Ishana Night.
I really want to
Shyamalan
see
film.
this, and I've heard things.
Yeah, you're going to hear things. I think there are plenty worse times you could have with a film, and I don't mean that to be the slight that it sounds like. I think it's interesting. I think it takes wild swings. And my favorite thing about it is it feels like that Ishana has her dad's weird, goopy heart. Like it does really earnest, insane shit. It's not always great.
Sure.
But I'm like, I like you believing in your swing, you know?
Sure.
That's what I like about the Shyamalan stuff. And this one does that. Oh, I want to see it. Then I watched Crawl because it is that season.
Is it crawl season?
It's Crawl season.
Okay.
It's animals and hot,
It's a summer,
gross
yeah.
Florida season.
Yeah.
If it's hot and gross outside, it's time to go to Florida
True.
in the cinemas.
Sorry, Florida.
Speaking of hot and gross, I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Which happens to be also the best film of all time.
That movie sucks, man.
Yeah, it sucks as fucking garbage. Because I actually hadn't fired up that 4K yet, and it's pristine. It's the best version of that film you'll ever see. Oof. Then I watched my current third favorite film of the year, which is Bad Boys Ride or Die. And I've now seen this film twice.
Have either of you seen this?
No, I was really hoping that I would go see this, and then instead Maddie and I watched Inside Out 2, and there was no way I was going to win that.
That's probably a better call.
No.
You got to watch these Bad Boys movies, man.
Have you never seen any of them?
No, he
Austin!
hasn't.
No, I'm never going to. I'm just going to shit on them forever.
gonna do
It's
it
my
forever?
favorite thing to do is to not watch something and
I know.
then just
Just
shit on
shit on
because
it.
it drives you too crazy.
I'll watch Hitman if you promise to watch these movies.
Well, you should watch Hitman because it'd be good for you.
So you should watch Bad Boys 2 because it'd be fucking great for you. You know how good your dick's going to feel after you watch that thing? Do you know how good?
No, they're bad movies. I don't need to watch them.
You don't even know that.
I do. Bad Boys for life.
Don't take
Stupid.
the bait. It's awesome. I said, don't take the bait, and then I took the bait. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
You immediately took the bait. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your little movie.
Insano, lunatic fringe cinema, Adil and Bilal fucking get the Michael Bay of it all. Guys, this is some weird shit. Like, this is like a normie movie wrapped in weird shit. It's the coolest fucking thing.
The trailer looks so bad.
It does some shit with
The trailer does
Fair.
look bad.
It looks so bad.
That swinging
way
camera thing they
it's
have.
so cool. It's so cool, and
It
that
is
shit
cool.
is so cool. This thing does stuff with like music and like the way that it bleeds into the world, which makes no sense, but it's just fun as fuck. And yeah, we're gonna have to. B1 Fest might just be a Bad Boys Fest. We'll see.
Oh God.
We'll see. I then watched Under Paris, which is the new
the shark thing, right?
shark thing from one of the new French extremists. It's okay. Doesn't deliver on the promise of its premise until too late in the film. But if
Oh,
you're,
Shark too late?
no, the shark, you get plenty of shark. You
Oh,
get-
okay.
but
They're
like-
not under Paris yet?
no, it's Under Paris.
Oh, I see. Well,
But
what
the movie's
what
sold
what are you
as-
not getting?
The movie's sold as a shark like terrorizes a triathlon.
Ah,
And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want the shark terrorizing a triathlon.
Well,
the triathlon
part of
doesn't
the
happen.
triathlon.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, of course it doesn't happen because they got to run.
The land
and they got
shark.
A bike.
We got a biking shark. That's what I wanted. God damn it. I think I described it as honestly not a bad Crimes of the Future
terrorizing
prequel.
the swimming portion of a triathlon, not the whole triathlon.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
told me an entire triathlon.
Yeah. I watched Sting, the other Spider movie from this year, from Down Under.
It's
It's a spider movie.
what
I
you
heard,
think?
I heard it's not great.
Didn't work.
Didn't
work.
It doesn't work quite as yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, I see what they're trying to do at all times, and it's just like it just misses on almost
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I'm
which is
holding
a weird
Tristan
thing to say.
responsible.
They haven't even gotten the movie yet, apparently. What Tristan
What?
said hasn't even
Wow.
came out in Australia.
That should be illegal.
I know.
It should have to come out in the home country first.
And literally in like one of the coolest opening credits of the year. I love the opening credits. The first thing is like New South Wales,
Yeah,
or
they paid
Australian
for it,
cinema.
yeah.
I'm like, well, this is cool. Yeah, it sucks they don't have it yet. I watched the best American action flick ever made, Bad Boys 2.
Shit, it's dog shit.
And then
No one likes it.
I watched The Idea of You, the rom-com with Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine.
Maddie really liked this.
Dude, it's awesome.
Is it good?
Yeah, I loved it.
I'm shocked it's good.
I loved it.
I'm shocked it's good.
Jess watched it one night when I wasn't around, and she's like, "You should watch this movie." And then we watched it like last night or the night before. Yeah, it's super fucking charming, and it's really great when two actors just have hot charisma together. Like that's just magic, and it
Yeah.
doesn't happen that often, I don't think.
Yeah.
And they just built a movie around that. I'm like, I want to watch these two just hang out,
Yeah.
and it's great. I loved it. So, stoked to move on.
Couldn't even keep a straight face. Hi,
Just had
Bram.
to come up with one.
Hi, Bram.
You Bram?
You Bram stoked.
Bram Stoker's Dracula! Yeah, fuck you. You weren't even here for it, dick. No one else do it. None of you do it. None of you do it. Ah! Dracula! Bram Stoker's Dracula! No, I did it.
We'll do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Bram Stoker's Dracula!
Guys, it just hit me that like I think we just talked about like 100 movies.
Yeah, I don't like doing it because I can just rush through them and I feel like a fool. But we did talk about a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, we
Talking about a
need
shit ton of fucking
We do need to
movies.
do this more often because we have too many. We're like, this.
Yeah.
I should just cut the fluff. I should just not talk about. I don't know. I kind of did speed well enough.
You did good. You did good.
You did good. I don't appreciate the way that some of the words that were talked about with respect to Bad Boys.
Bad's in the title of the movie. It tells you out the gate that it's not good.
I hate how good that
Joe
argument is.
Pantoliano talks about the Bad Boys and the new Bad Boys like Bob Odenkirk talks about his Little Women. It's like My Little Women. It's like My Bad Boys.
Stop. That's
Yeah.
not real.
Everyone just calls them Bad Boys now. It's great.
I love that.
Is this
so
the
excited.
fourth one?
Yeah.
I'm
The
trying.
third one came out like recently, right?
2020.
Yeah, I never saw it.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah. Is this one? We'll rank them.
2, 1, 4, 3.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 isn't that good
Well, I think
And
1
3
is,
sucks.
because one's fine.
You're saying 3 sucks.
Nope. These are all 10s.
These are all 10s.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not here to talk about
why
that.
was it not Bad Boys for Life?
They fucked up.
Because it is. Oh, now they're coming.
Get peanut M&M's, it'll fix it. It's the only thing that'll fix it. I need peanut M&M's. I don't know if this works. Are you a little piggy boy? Are you my little piggy boy? I'm gonna do that to get things I want.
It just works.
I need $20. Give me a 20.
Please do it to us.
It fixes it.
I know that you don't want to interrupt movies, but please do that in the middle of a movie, dude.
Oh, dude, I did like 4 of those during it. No one heard. I couldn't believe it.
Just do it. Do exactly. Do you have peanut M&M's? It's the only thing that'll fix it.
It's such a,
Don't whisper either. Say it out loud.
it's such a specific thing.
Just make sure it's a movie theater where there's lots of food because that's a monster movie theater anyway.
Oh.
We're
All
not here
right.
to talk about that. We're here to talk about eating fucking bugs
We are.
and getting fucked.
Yeah, we are.
That's a T-shirt.
Eating
Not here to
bugs.
talk about Pearl Harbor. I'll tell you what we are here to talk about.
Eating bugs, getting fucked.
You guys screamed already, yeah? We're gonna
Yeah,
use one of those.
Austin did one, I did one, and then we
We did it together.
We did it together. I
Proud
think
of you
probably
guys.
the third one is the best one.
You guys,
adorable.
You guys are my bad boys, you know?
And you weren't there for any of it. It was
No.
great.
Well, we're going to shut this bitch down. I'll go
Austin's
first.
Mike Lowry.
Second.
Who?
Mike Lowry.
Who is that?
Will
What
Smith's
is that?
character in-
Take it back fourth.
That's Will Smith's character?
Oh, okay.
I had the opportunity
You
to
can do it
change.
now. Yeah, you can do it
You're
now.
a lyric in a Lil Wayne song.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Who went first? Me first.
I'm going first.
No, I want to go first.
No, too bad.
And I already called last.
I want last.
I already called.
He did, yeah.
Second.
Okay. Third.
Eat a dick.
All right, we're going to shut down Bram Stoker's Dracula in 3, 2, 1. It's 1400s, and Vlad Dracula is leading an army. And he's got a love of his life, and he decides to sacrifice she dies, and he decides to sacrifice himself for a curse so that he can find her again. Cut to 200 years later.
200 years later, Keanu Reeves is going to go see him in his castle because he's going to help him with some paperwork and stuff. He gets there, and Dracula's like, hey, your girl looks like my girl, so I'm going to keep you prisoner here. And then he goes to England on the Demeter, and then he's there.
One of Mina's friends gets really sick, and they have to go find Van Helsing. And Van Helsing's like, "Oh my God, she's been bitten by a vampire." And then they are like, "Wait, there's a Dracula."
And then Jonathan Harker comes back and he's all sick, but Mina goes and they get married. And then they go back to England and they find Count Dracula. They try to kill him. Doesn't work. So then they follow him back to Transylvania and they go through this epic fucking battle and they kill him there. And also Mina is Jonathan Harker's wife, and that took everybody. We didn't make any context of any characters' names. It's just names are getting thrown around.
I think we did it.
We did pretty good. Yay!
Yay!
We did it.
We did it.
Lucas, this is your film.
Yeah.
Explain to us.
Yeah.
Give us the tiniest lowdown of why you picked this theme and then why you picked this to lead it off.
I wanted to pick this theme, and it was inspired by a conversation that we had on Discord with our Patreons, and we were talking about The New Crow with Bill Skarsgård, and I think our monstrator Jess said we have forgotten what goth is, and that's why I picked it. I wanted to kind of revisit.
You wanted to take it all the way back.
Yeah, I wanted to take it all the way
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And let's go back to the roots of
So the
Castles
Crow,
only.
So the Crow inspired you to go goth,
But we can't do
in
the
a way
Crow.
in which we cannot pick the Crow
Yeah.
because we're old.
So last night, Maddie looks at me and she says, "What's the theme?" I said, "It's oh my gosh." She goes, "Oh, so the Crow." And I was like, "Well, no."
Not
She's
that.
like, "What the fuck do you mean, no?"
real goth.
And she's like,
Real goth.
"It's literally the most goth movie ever made." And I was like, "Yeah, but
Nope.
castles and shit. It has to be like old school." And she goes,
Lucas needs a castle.
"Queen of the Damned." She goes, "You already did Queen of the Damned." She goes, "This fucking sucks, dude."
Well, we'll turn her around, and you if you don't like this.
she's gonna be stoked because this movie is one of the best movies ever made. God bless you for picking it.
Oh my God.
Why'd you pick it?
One, I'd never seen it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, what?
I know.
You hadn't seen this
Nope.
movie?
Good. Love that.
Oh
Nope.
shit!
Yeah.
Holy fucking
Never
shit!
seen it. Know everything about it. Never seen it.
Oh my god!
Lucas, have you read Dracula?
Nope.
Have you seen the original Nosferatu?
Nope.
Have you
Fuck
seen
yeah.
the original Dracula?
Nope. Is there a
With
The
Bela
Bela
Lugosi?
Lugosi?
Nope.
Get
I
the
know.
fuck
Yeah.
out of here!
I know that should I leave?
No.
No, not at all. This is
Is this your first Dracula movie?
I think.
No.
I mean, Queen of the Damned. No,
guess that's not
actual
Dracula.
It's not a
Dracula.
Dracula
I mean
movie.
Dracula, not vampire
Yeah,
Dracula.
Did you see Blade Trinity?
Yes.
Okay, you've seen a Dracula movie.
He's technically right.
It is. What do you
It
characters
hurts,
in it?
but
It
he's
does
technically
hurt.
right.
Have you seen New Nosferatu?
Oh.
Neither.
Wait, wasn't Leslie Nielsen Dracula in something?
Dracula Dead and Loving
Dracula
It.
Dead and Loving
Okay,
It.
You've
I've
seen
seen
that?
that,
Wow, that's funny. Because that movie is like
Him doing a Bela Lugosi bit.
Bela Lugosi and this movie kind of fucking a little bit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that come out
So
after
funny.
this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it was
we
like
were
a
like
response.
5 or 6 years old, I think.
Yeah, I saw that movie a lot.
When you were 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and watching this movie, I'm like, am I a vampire guy?
Dude,
Yeah. Okay.
Am I on Team Vampire
Yeah.
over like everything?
Dude, that's only because this movie is so fucking good.
Rules so fucking hard.
My enjoyment on this go around, I don't know, skyrocketed. Like I've always liked it, but this time I'm like, this is, I can't believe what I'm watching right now, dude. The shot of in the train, Keanu Reeves on the train, and the eyes in the sky. That's the coolest shit ever, and it does that all the time.
It gives you the hardest image you've ever seen. Every other image.
It's insane how often I'm like, that's the fucking cool, and the camera tricks, and the shadow stuff, like, and how everything's kind of all like undulating and weird when you're around. You're like, dude,
Oh, off the rip with the red silhouetted battle scene.
Yeah.
Where
Right.
he's like, I was like,
Dude,
this is what we're doing?
that red armor of his,
Yes.
Yeah.
is maybe my favorite like prop. And like if I could
Iconic.
own
Yeah.
a movie prop, if I became an eccentric billionaire,
You could have.
that is the one. That is the one I would hunt down and purchase.
Yeah,
Would
it
be
just
that
went on
armor.
auction like a little while ago.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't have
think.
to go far.
Well, I don't think I can afford it right now.
You don't know that.
How much was it?
I think it started at 4,000. Like very, very.
see?
4,000's like
It's very good. I did not know
4,000
this
is like
happened.
you're going to upset your spouse.
It's gonna be like I'm gonna have a really bad time.
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have.
Yeah,
that
you're not
thing.
going on vacation maybe for like the rest of the year.
Yeah. Oh, easy. But I
you
have
have
this
that.
thing.
Yeah.
That's just my favorite shit. I love this look of that.
That
thing
same auction
so
house was selling one of those like big armors from the big guys from Fifth Element.
That'd be dope.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
But if I had that red armor, I think I'd just wear it everywhere. I'd
It's
wear
the-
it to work. I'd absolutely wear it to business
Yeah.
meetings.
It's so cool, and the silhouetted battle, and then when they reference it later with puppets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just like all. I love how wildly theatrical the whole thing is. Like silhouettes and bright red backgrounds, and like wild camera trick, big crazy swings, all of it.
That was Francis Ford Coppola, the director of this film. He that was his ethos going into it. Like, I want to do everything with antiquated technology, but make it look cooler than it's ever looked
Really?
before. Yeah.
God damn
Like
it,
no
that's
CG,
so cool.
no fucking and it looks so good always.
Yeah. All of it looks fantastic. Was not a moment where I thought something looked hokey. And I love how many versions of Dracula we get. Like kind of poor
we get them all.
Poor Gary Oldman.
God.
He every shot he's a different Dracula.
I
He's
love it
1,000
so
years
much.
old. He's young. He's a gorilla vampire bat.
Yep.
Gorilla bat.
He's all kinds of
Now,
Dracula.
on that note, I have a question for Lucas.
Yeah.
Would you let him fuck you?
Here it is. Cody was bandying this about before you got here.
Before you got here, Cody would not stop talking. about-
What's the deal?
There's no deal.
He
Just walks up to me, he just hits on me, and I'm like,
Yeah, would you fuck him?
he says, "Can I fuck you?"
you know, maybe like 1462 Dracula.
Yeah,
Maybe that
young.
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
young hot.
Yeah, it can be any version.
Not
Young
gorilla
hot.
vampire.
Not gorilla vampire, even not weird top hat.
No
That-
top hat.
No, top hat. Maybe if he didn't have top hat.
Not English Victorian gentleman?
Top hat's the one that does it
I
for
think
me.
Yeah.
just hair, fine.
Just
If he didn't
just
have the
those
top,
just
the,
those
the
luscious
top
girls.
hat, yeah.
What
You
about
don't
when
like the
he's
top hat.
what about when he and Winona are sharing that loving tender moment towards the
Towards the end?
Yeah, and he's got those
Where
long
he comes in as fart.
the long
What? They didn't have to make it green. It was just like, why are you a fart?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
then.
would you power bottom? Would you let him power bottom?
Would you slap knob?
Also, what's it called when what's the opposite of power bottom?
But like still a bottom.
but still a bottom.
Yeah.
Come on, say
I want to say like
say mush bottom.
mush.
What? Who said that?
That's what we came up with earlier.
Yeah.
Mush bottom.
Mush
Yeah, these
bottom.
are the questions that we were asking ourselves earlier. I'm sorry, listeners. We're children. I'm a child.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't want to take them down with me, but I'm a child.
But would you let Dracula come in you? Answer
think
the
so.
question.
I think so.
You have to.
Yeah.
He's
Right?
Dracula.
And
Yeah.
also, he just
Although
Here's
to be
the
fair,
thing, though.
you were
You-
saying Gary Oldman.
You were saying Gary Oldman.
This is not the same as Dracula.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Would
And
you
in
let
this
Gary
case-
Oldman portraying Dracula fuck you?
That's more confusing. Am I on the set?
Yeah,
what
hold
do you
on.
mean?
You would have to ask him in though.
That is
I have
true.
to invite him in.
Yeah.
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 It's
That's
not
your-
Bela Lugosi. It's Gary Oldman.
I think so. I think so. He'd
Dracula?
be very
Sure.
considerate of my pleasure.
I
too,
mean,
think.
Dracula, yeah, I'd have to let Dracula.
Yeah. No. Gary Oldman playing Dracula.
Yeah, and I'm saying
Not Bela
it would
Lugosi.
be-
I'm
Gary
saying
Oldman
he
have
is
this, like-
Dracula.
Okay.
You're leaving out the most important part that he's Dracula. I'm going to let Dracula get in there.
No, I'm agreeing.
He's going to rip my throat out
but
if
it's
I
just that
don't.
it's the Gary Oldman version of Dracula, not
Yeah,
the Bela Lugosi
that
one.
makes it better.
If it's the Bela Lugosi one, I'm probably not saying yes.
Well, then he's going to kill you.
Maybe, but I might be willing to accept.
He's a
that.
Dracula.
I'm maybe willing to accept that or fight him off.
I will take one for the team to stay alive.
Okay.
I'll take Bella. I'll take Gary Oldman, Gorilla Bat, old, young, and hot. He's Dracula.
In the
He
sand
gets what
pit.
he wants.
Yeah. The
Oh,
bat version
I can't
of
fight
him.
back.
Oh, he can fuck his gas too, because he was fucking up Renfield as gas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could fuck.
He was
his-
throwing around his gas.
Renfield, portrayed by the ever magnificent Tom Waits.
Yes.
Just
I know.
That sat me on my ass immediately. I'm like, no way, we're getting fucking Tom Waits.
You
in
didn't
this, 'cause
know
I
this?
didn't know.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, did not know.
I had forgotten somehow and started. It was like, oh yeah, fuck
I had
yeah,
the same
Tom
thing.
Waits.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think it's his best performance.
He crushes it.
Yeah, it's just
He crushes it.
and he's such a good actor. Like
He's a
just
very
in
good
all of
actor.
his films, but like particularly in this, like when you're thinking about like who are we gonna play Renfield? It would have never crossed my mind that Tom Waits would be the guy, and it's the most magnificent thing.
Yeah.
The moment in the beginning when you first meet him and he stands up and he reaches up and he takes the bug and he eats it and he's all meek and he squats down and sits back down in the corner. I felt so warm inside about that. I don't know why that was exactly the way I felt, but it was magic.
That's great.
He's just such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weird man.
He is. He truly is.
Yeah.
No, you say words.
So, this movie takes the story of Dracula and basically builds a wraparound with it, a main A plot, even if you will, of this love story. And
Right. I have not read Dracula.
It's been a long time. I think you just read it,
I
right?
just read it.
Is it a worthwhile read?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is. It
Okay.
absolutely is. The
Yes.
first 100-ish pages is Harker in the Castle.
And it is
That's
dated.
the best shit, but that's the best shit in the book. Harker in the Castle is the best shit, I'll argue, in any of these movies about Dracula. Like, there's a movie coming out this year that three of us maybe will not talk about, but the best shit in that is also Harker in the Castle. But fucking, like, that's just the most interesting shit. I think the book and this movie and every other version of this story drag and isn't as interesting when they get back to England. But this movie, again, that has the wraparound of the Dracula love story, which builds Mina into a more meaningful character, especially. It gives Dracula something to do other than just like meander around and decide he's going to go real estate hunting in Carfax Abbey, you know? So, but I was curious how we feel about it. Because I also think,
Carfax.
I think in this movie, yeah. And the car fox. I think in this movie, I like what they try and do to give Dracula something to do, but I think it stays too true to the events of the book in the back half to like for those two things to coalesce well for me. I love everything that's happening visually. I think it's the most gorgeous fucking thing ever.
Stunning.
But the impetus for Dracula's A plot versus like following, you know, Van Helsing around as the other adults, you know, Carrie Elwes and the homies are trying to like figure out what's going on.
Oh, him too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this dude's in it.
Yeah, him and not Josh Hartnett / Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, God, dude, I wanted it the whole time. I was like, why is this not Josh Hartnett?
I'm convinced that Josh Hartnett's character in Penny Dreadful is modeled
because
off
of
of
that.
that.
Yeah,
without
especially the
question.
Western version of him
Yes.
early on. But yeah, I think I was curious what you guys think. 'Cause I think those, while I admire the attempt, I still think like the back half of Dracula sucks. I'm sorry, it just is not for me. I don't think it works well, and I think this movie still deals with the back half not being as interesting.
Oh,
the front
Dracula the book.
Yes, and
Because I was
that
going to say, I don't think the back half of this movie sucks. It's definitely the weaker of the halves, and it does struggle. But I kind of agree. I think that's just sort of an inherent problem in the story. But I actually really like the love element, and I agree. It gives Dracula a very pointed reason to even lock up Harker. Like, why? You know, why even?
Right.
I still don't really know why he's buying land in England other than
See, that
he
and
feels like it.
That's the weird thing too, right? Like the movie chooses to one. I think it's bold to call this movie Bram Stoker's Dracula. Then you very clearly open on stuff that Bram Stoker didn't do, right? So like, it's kind of a fun like here are my balls. Now you got to look at them, but it's also like it's
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah. So I think that's really interesting to choose to do that way, and it's just the way it chooses to adhere strictly to the book and the new shit it creates for the story. I feel always butting heads with each other.
Like what?
You know, like I mean, when Lucy gets bit, that's how, you know, at this point in the movie, we're 2/3 of the way through, and we're just learning kind of how vampirism works, and that's how it works in the book too. And at that point, in the book, it's this fucking slog to get through. We're like learning how vampirism works, but spending time with those characters to do that there versus Dracula having his own. We know his motivations are in the machinations in the background, and we've lost Harker for a long time at this point, and we don't have the time to like do them all in a cohesive unit. I think makes the film struggle a little bit, in my opinion.
Okay.
Tell you what makes this movie struggle for me a little bit is fucking Keanu Reeves' accent.
How dare you? How dare you? Give him an Academy Award. Give him an Academy Award. But I will say that,
Wait, he won an Academy Award?
No. Give him no. I actually
Cody wants him to get an Academy Award.
I have a genuine reason for this, and that's because something that I'll get back to your question.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Something. Well, I'm sorry. Did you have more that you wanted to say about that? Okay. My genuine reason about why I think Keanu Reeves' performance in this is so good, and I get into like little gripes with people about this because, and admittedly, this is so niche. But like what I think is so interesting and what is so choice and poignant about the way that they cast this film and the way that they directed the actors, the 4 core male actors besides Van Helsing. So the 3 suitors of Lucy and Jonathan Harker, is that they all sort of like are the perfect archetype of the way that masculinity is portrayed in Victorian literature, which is, again, so niche. But like each one, it runs the entire bandwidth of like the way that men are portrayed in that literary period. And with Keanu Reeves, he's like the quaint kind of like almost like a dandy in a way.
Yeah, he's a himbo.
Yeah, and it's very, very, very intentional. So that
Can't say that anymore. But
so that accent is so specific to be doing that because he's supposed to be playing this like fragile, meek, almost weak version of masculinity that is juxtaposed by like the Cary Elwes version, which is like the good God, man. Right? Or like when he walks in on Lucy and she's having an orgasm. Good God, man, right? Save her, right? It's like watching the way that plays out on screen in this, I just think is one of the most interesting and cool parts about this movie that is, I think, specifically with respect to the way that Keanu Reeves portrays that captures that so perfectly that I think he's not given enough credit.
I think he also admits that he's like, my English accent kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like, I find
it's not
part of
great,
the charm.
Yes,
I don't
exactly.
disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
No, it's not good.
But I'm like,
yeah.
this kind of works for the character.
I think it works because of the part that he's playing. If he's playing any of the other roles, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Curtis, I think I've gone back and forth on the way that I feel about the pacing of this movie. I think the last time that I watched it, I felt like it dragged in the second half. This time I watched it, I actually felt the complete opposite and felt like the second half was a lot stronger than I remembered it. My only gripe really with the second half of the movie is that the leap between Mina... I felt that.
See, that sounded like a chair squeak. So that's why we haven't been hearing it.
The leap that Mina does between being like kind of like falling for Dracula, getting the letter from Jonathan, and then going to marry him. I buy it up to there. They get back. I'm still buying that they're in a relationship. Then the moment where she's suddenly under Dracula's spell again, I don't quite buy that through the end of the movie.
Yes.
It happens so suddenly, and I feel like, and I can't quite find the moment when we're supposed to, as the audience, believe that it's happening.
I don't know. I followed her kind of like she's always thinking about him kind of thing. So I think the moment he shows up, it's just all going to flood back.
Which I think you're right. I just don't think they do a great job of making that like of threading that needle. Because I think that you're right, and I think that like that's exactly what it's supposed to be, and I mean that's certainly how it is in the lore. It just doesn't quite land.
The
I
way
don't
they
think.
did it didn't land.
Yeah, it just doesn't land for me.
That's why it kind of works structurally in the book, where it's just like she's just another victim
Yes.
to an extent. Where it's
Yes.
like they're like, okay, this is what's going on now. Now she's being attacked. Now we can learn how to not repeat what happened to Lucy through Mina, and use her psychic abilities to track them down and shit.
And I think at that rate, right? Like I think comparing the book and the book and the movie is difficult, and I'm also with you that it's bold to call it Bram Stoker's Dracula, but just how they call it his Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
That's true.
And spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen it, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, wildly disappointing.
The book?
No, the movie. The movie that Coppola does after this.
Wait, he didn't do
Whoa.
that.
He didn't do that?
No,
don't
he
think
did
so.
not make a Frankenstein.
Who did the Frankenstein one?
I'm not going to think of this name.
No
Maybe he
idea.
just produced it. I know his name's attached.
Oh, is it? He didn't direct it. I'm pretty sure it was a woman.
Okay, well, regardless,
Anyway.
besides the point. The book's in diary form,
It is,
right?
yeah.
So to transfer that, like,
Directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Oh,
no,
that's
I'm
right.
so
It's Kenneth
sorry.
Branagh.
Really?
It's Kenneth
Famous
Branagh.
woman,
That's right.
Kenneth
Yeah, famous woman.
Famous woman?
Come on, is Coppola involved in this?
Superwoman.
No, I wanted
Kenneth
to touch
Branagh.
it. I wanted. Yeah, Coppola's the producer. I'm not crazy. Okay.
Okay, great.
Coppola is involved. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Wait, no, we all wrong.
So and like I have to give them like some credit like with taking the swings that they did, because I actually don't think the movie is nearly as interesting if they just make the book.
Yeah,
right?
no,
even like in the
same.
same narrative structure, right?
Yeah.
It's just not
Also,
as
same. Yeah, the back half of the book, spoilers for that, is just Abraham Van Helsing going to people like, oh my God, thank you for letting me in your house and sharing your blood with poor Mina. Poor Mina, how are you today?
Yeah, right.
For 80 pages.
right. Yeah,
Oh God.
it's
I didn't understand from why does Van Helsing become a creep out of nowhere?
because
in this movie,
because Anthony Hopkins is the most electric actor that's ever worked.
just out of nowhere.
Yeah, you're right. That's what caught me off guard.
He's like, I'm going to save her. I'm going to save her. Then he's all out of nowhere. He's like, Horn of Satan! What are you doing?
The swings that they take with his character and
Yeah.
with him are. It is the.
He's so great.
We have
to watch.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
We have Van Helsing. Right?
It's such a great shot of energy when he gets into this.
Yes,
though.
dude.
He's so good.
Fuck yeah.
His character's weird because I don't understand if he is a man of science or a man of religion, or he is very much a man of both. It's weird.
He
'cause,
seems
like,
very in the middle, and he's thinking he's supposed to be weird, which is why I wish he just. For me, I wish he started doing the weirder things earlier. It felt like a turn out of nowhere, but I think he's supposed to be odd.
It just gets excited. Okay, he just got excited, and he
Gets
had to
very
talk
excited.
about that. It does. If correct me if I'm wrong, but like when he starts acting like that is when he becomes aware that it's a vampire, right?
Oh, fair. That's a good point. So
Like-
he's excited.
He just gets so excited that he starts like.
I
That's
al-
kind of why I love what I love about that is that it's like this man is he just so badly wants to be validated.
Yeah.
By like an actual occurrence of the like some paranormal thing that he witnesses, and it kind of get the impression that like he's just been like aware of like the occult, right? But he hasn't like
Right.
necessarily experienced all of it hands on. That's kind of the sense that I get at times. Like he's a lot of talk, not necessarily like I've experienced the thing, and then he experiences, he becomes completely insane and unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also loved that towards the end when Winona Ryder like is fully under Dracula's spell and tries to seduce him. But he kisses her. She's like, kiss me. He's like, all right.
All right.
Like, you
Game on.
know she's a vampire, but he's just like, I'm going to get
Game on,
mine.
vampire.
Game on, it's insane.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
Wild.
It's unhinged. I love it.
Wild.
Kind of like that too.
Like he's gonna turn to the camera, like, "Oh, like you'd say no to that."
Yeah. She flashed her tits at me. I had to.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that was some good little story and plot discussion. We can talk more about the fucking art of this goddamn thing. I mean,
It's
all that-
unbelievable.
The score is
Just
outrageous.
That music is fucking phenomenal. That main theme is gorgeous.
My God.
This
Constantly.
thing swept the Oscars that year for like costumes and makeup, I think. Right?
It did.
We were
It
talking
did a
about that
bunch of
earlier.
those. It did a bunch of those.
Did it?
It won.
I mean, the makeup's phenomenal. Was that Rick Baker?
I don't think so. No. He won best costume design, best sound editing, best makeup.
Who was the makeup for? I actually just feel like I just read an article in this on Fango. Or in Fango.
No one at the Met Gala has worn anything nearly as cool as that armor.
Never.
Dude, if someone showed up in that armor or with a 30-foot cape, I want someone to show up as full old Dracula, like makeup.
Yeah.
Michelle Burke
Ah, yes, that's right.
Did the makeup.
That's right.
did Interview with the Vampire.
Oh,
And a bunch of Tom Cruise movies, like Tom Cruise makeup artist.
I guess he
Minority
likes
Report,
her.
MI3, Vanilla Sky, Jerry Maguire, Oblivion, probably some more.
Yep, he likes her.
Yeah.
The art of this thing is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just constant. It's consistent, beautiful, cool shit.
Yeah. It's everything that
always.
you wish all of these movies would be and would
Yeah.
do. Just like on an idea standpoint. Like it doesn't have to do the same exact things. It's just like this is like the way to approach doing effects and cool fucking movie tricks.
Yeah.
Like it's
All of
Cool,
them. The simple
cool.
dissolves, like from the fire to the sun, or like the vampire bite to the eyes. Like, I love that. And then the eyes in the sky, just fucking, and just like the weird overlaid stuff, and like how like when Harker, I kind of mentioned this earlier, but when Harker first gets to Dracula's castle, all the way everything is kind of like undulating, and the sound design is so goddamn good the whole time. Because I was watching this with the surround, and the whole time he's in the castle, there's just like voices overlapping and like echoes and reverbs all around you.
I don't think I've ever caught that.
Dude, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I would love to see this in a
It is
theater.
constantly, and everything just feels kind of wrong. And the shadow play, like, it's so good. It's so good at giving you the feeling that like you're in a place that you shouldn't be, or like opening the bottle and the things drip up.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the whole time he's in the castle, it's just voices and overlapping and delays and reverbs.
Man, I gotta watch this on my surround sound downstairs on that.
I was gonna
fucking-
say I was gonna watch it with headphones on.
that'll work
that'd
too.
be great.
Yeah.
That
the,
would-
the 4K of this is
phenomenal.
it's
pristine.
just it's incredible.
yeah.
Headphones is technically binaural. It's not the same as surround sound. It's not true stereo. It's binaural audio.
How many stick?
It's different. I'm just saying, you guys fucking jam your noses up to the TVs to see the
And you make fun
to
of
see the
us!
depths of the blacks.
And
And,
you
I'm
make
just saying,
fun of us for
don't
that!
call headphones surround. It's binaural audio. It's not even stereo. I like the wolf.
Awesome
beautiful-
Mike's big humpy wolf Dracula.
Big wait, the humpy wolf Dracula or the actual white wolf?
I was talking about the actual wolf.
But you also like humpy.
Oh, I also like gorilla bat. Yes.
yeah, humpy,
gorilla.
humpy, and he is humping.
Oh yes. They're having sex.
Yeah, yeah. This movie is so fucking horny.
Wildly
love it.
horny. I love
Wildly
it so
horny.
much. I love how horny.
And
it is.
wildly horny, and like again back to like this, like let's just look at Victorian era literature and the way they're like going to talk about things. The fact that every time a woman is having an orgasm, it seems like it's like a Three Stooges bit. It seems like somebody walks in and goes, "Good God, man!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time,
Yeah,
save her.
Yeah, we can't have that.
No, we can't have.
No. But the Dracula Brides bit is so good too. Like the way he just like lays on that bed and they come like out of the
Monica
folds
Bellucci coming out of the
From
ground.
the bed,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Yeah, as a child,
good.
I don't want to talk about. It's not as appropriate.
no, this-
place to discuss.
This movie broke / made me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
This opened a lot of doors.
Yes,
for me.
my parents didn't
Yeah.
understand how horny this was because they thought it was just a Dracula
Yeah.
movie. And they read Bram Stoker's Dracula and they're like, oh, yeah, well, it's just like the book. He's read the book.
He's basically reading.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically reading. So,
Cody, why is the tape all fucked up at this point?
yeah, I remember watching like,
God.
Monica Bellucci.
Yeah, and when Dracula comes in at the end of that scene and the way that the brides like fall away.
I love
dude.
it. And the weird like the weird stop motion-y.
in like a reverse
Yes.
shot.
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever.
I think they just reversed it. Yeah, and
I
they like
love that
weird like
so much.
The reverse shot where it's the contorted
good.
two women like combined into one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
yeah.
Every time I watch this movie, that scene sticks with me because I'm always like, how did you do that? And
It's
what
so
did you
good.
do exactly?
I think
It's
they
so-
walked backwards and they like fucked with the frame rate or something.
It's so
and all the
so
speed ramps they do.
Yeah.
Like God, the camera's always moving and it always looks cool. Like, and then I was just stricken with just like so much time went into this movie. So much effort and time went into every shot
Does
to
anybody-
make this
Yeah.
thing.
Does anyone know what the production time on this was?
Production time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 10 months.
10 months?
I'm gonna say 10 months.
I'm gonna say.
I got in my
7.
head, it's like 3 years.
Of
That's-
not of
I don't know
shooting.
anything.
Just make 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a year.
I don't know.
Well, this is
anything
also
about
this is also from the guy who made Apocalypse Now.
Yes,
yeah, right.
The most horrific production to ever exist.
fair.
Let's see.
That was before this, yeah.
Yes.
A
yes,
long
yes,
time,
yes.
but like 20, 30 years, right?
30
No,
years?
20, excuse me.
You
The
think that came
70s,
out in
right?
1962?
No, fuck you.
No, Apocalypse Now was 80s.
It's in the 80s? I thought it was
Yeah.
the
I think
70s.
it's like
The
70.
war ended
I think
in
it's
fucking
70s.
72.
I thought it was late 70s, like 78 or
I thought it was
something.
like 77.
Is it?
Look at us. Look at us, experts in the field.
Christian Slater was offered the role of Jonathan Harker.
I'm glad that he didn't get it.
That would have been.
That's crazy because Slater is a great actor.
I didn't say he's not a great actor. I said that I'm glad he didn't get it because I don't think that he would have been right for the part.
He would have been good.
It would have been fine. 79.
79.
So it is the 70s.
We're both right, but it was basically 1980. What
you
month?
just can't help
what
yourself.
month? Is it after? If it's after July, we're both right.
You just
if it's
can't
after
fucking
June,
help
if it's after June, we're both right.
hold on.
What day did it come out?
Hold on. In the United States or elsewhere?
I'll give you the first wide release.
Okay, the first wide release. Hold on. This is entertainment while Curtis figures his life out, or figures out what's going on. August 15th, 1979. God damn it.
We're both right. It's basically 1980. What were you looking up?
This is not easy
How
to
long?
find.
How long?
Oh yeah, how long they
movie
shot it
to-
for? I think it was 7 months. We'll go with that. So they shot
It
it for
was shot
7 months.
almost entirely on sound stages, so that does help Coppola's deal as opposed to shooting
Oh,
his
sure.
jungles of.
I get. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing Apocalypse Now and One from the Heart at the same time. Fucking relax, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can you watch his new thing yet?
No, Lionsgate's putting it out
They're putting it out.
in theaters. Yeah.
Are you gonna go see it?
Oh yeah.
I think it might be there at midnight. Adam Driver, Coppola.
You're going at midnight?
Maybe.
Is it like 3.5 hours?
It's not that long. No.
It's long, right?
It's definitely long.
It's Coppola long.
Coppola's also not made, like, people forget, like, he's made shitty movies in the last, like, 2 decades. Like,
Yes.
people don't talk about some movies he's made.
Correct.
He made another vampire movie that no one fucking liked.
Did he
called
really?
Twixt with Val Kilmer.
Twixt
Yeah.
with Val
It
Kilmer.
did not. It is not a good movie.
No.
Well, I hear the new ones. I've heard things about.
Pretty,
it.
it's like this is his passion project that he funded himself by selling some of his vineyards.
I do wanna see
Captain EO.
Yeah, he did.
That's fucking
Yeah.
the only movie filmed at Disneyland to this
Wow.
day.
Wowed.
At Disneyland.
At Disneyland.
They filmed it at Disneyland. I haven't seen it. Have you seen Captain EO?
I'm not going to find this information. It's just straight up. I'm sure it's probably a pretty healthy number. Like, probably nothing wild, probably nothing.
Yeah,
Either
that's
way.
fair. My point
Either
being,
way.
you can just tell so much time and effort
Yeah.
went into every single shot. It was so well composed.
Shot by Michael Ballhaus, who is one of Scorsese's
Sorry?
most frequent collaborators.
I'm sorry?
Ballhaus.
You're saying that weird. You must be saying that weird.
Ballhaus.
Spell it.
Yeah.
Ballhaus.
Fuck you.
That's Ballhaus.
Really? Ballhaus?
That's
Yeah.
Ballhaus.
wow.
Yeah, he's got a son that works too. Same.
Maybe it's like Balaus.
No, it's Ballhaus.
Please,
don't know.
Please tell me
I
that
do
his
know.
name is Richard Ballhaus. I mean, I wouldn't be able to help myself. Sorry, I'm a child. God.
It's okay.
We're all children. That's why we're
No,
here.
s-
To hang out and be children together.
Sans ridges, baby.
It's okay. Florian Ballhaus is his
Okay.
son.
What's happening?
I was trying to think of a thing to say about the movie.
Okay. I mean, what we can talk about is all those fucking miniatures.
Yeah, miniatures galore.
Although we haven't talked about that, you're right?
No.
No, I love miniatures
The way
so much.
please just keep saying statements like that.
I love miniatures.
I like when they take things, but they make them really small. So it's like it was a big thing, but it's a small version. I like that.
There's just so many times in that movie. I think the three of us were earlier where I was finishing it up, and we were like moments kept happening where all these miniature moments, and I kept thinking to myself, wow, I can't talk tonight. I kept thinking to myself like, I know that this is a miniature, right? I know that's what this is. Like particularly the part where they roll the train in against those Carpathian mountains, right? And that beautiful pastel background. I'm not gonna lie, that moment we watched that right there, my first thought was, how did they do that?
Yeah.
That train, like, how did they put the pastel background in the life-size train?
Yeah.
Didn't even like occur to me that it's a
That's
miniature.
funny because they're watching that when they go to the theater in London. They're watching that the train movie. They're like one of the first things ever put to.
Oh, I don't think I've
film.
clocked that. Interesting. Well, but that
And
moment,
smut.
And porn. Train movies and porn, baby. That's those movies.
because but it's done so well that it's maybe the best version of like I've seen of where they're taking miniatures and you have no idea that they're miniatures unless you're smart enough to actually catch it, which I'm not.
I have an answer that it took 2 years to make Bram Stoker's Dracula from pre to pro.
Where'd you get this
from,
answer?
From pre to
Okay.
post.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's right.
ChatGPT.
That is not a reliable source.
Yeah, all of the internet's data in one thing. Probably not when you say it like that.
No, they hallucinate. They make shit up. Have you
also-
seen like, do cockroaches live in your penis? And they're like, yes, they do. Have you seen this?
I have.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I asked it.
That's also a
bothered
normal
me.
amount of time for a movie pre to post. Like that's yeah.
I mean,
Makes
pre to
sense.
post, absolutely.
Yeah.
But principal photography,
No.
yeah,
I
not
don't
even
think so.
close.
Well, the miniatures, magnificent.
Rule.
Well, fantastic. And like, man, I love matte paintings so much. I always think of The Thing when I think of matte paintings.
Oh yeah.
They have that big one at the beginning.
Yes.
I just love it. It looks good. It looks cool. It does, even if it doesn't look realistic, which I think it does. But even if it doesn't, it looks cool.
Yeah.
And I want more than I want things to look real. I want them to look cool.
Yes, absolutely.
This obsession with like CG or like just making everything look real.
Yeah.
I love too
Stupid.
that everything in this movie, even if it was like decayed or decrepit or just overall grotesque, there was still a warm, inviting nature to it
Yeah.
throughout all of it. Like
Yeah.
no matter how gross the castle was, that you still kind of wanted to be in there anyway. There was always something that like invited you in.
You just
The
want
floors.
You just wanted those titty ladies.
Titty
I do.
ladies.
I just want to be a vampire now. I told you, I'm a fucking straight up vampire guy now. After this,
Yeah.
I was like, I was
Queen of the
sold-
Damned is already in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Twilight next?
It might be.
Oh, buddy.
Have you watched the Twilight movies?
I was watching this next to Sorrel, and I was like, if you don't love me like this, I don't want it anymore.
I think the problem is this is like the best vampire movie. So it's
I
like
think so.
it makes vampires seem way cooler than they are. What do you think the best vampire movie is? I want to know. I'm genuinely curious.
No.
Blade?
Blade.
Doesn't count.
Well.
I mean, does technically, but
I don't want to say because I haven't decided yet, but it may be my movie.
really?
Yeah.
You made a movie?
No, the movie. No, yeah, obviously. No, the movie that I pick.
Really?
Yeah, for this.
Because I might pick a vampire movie.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
But
when
it's
I was,
definitely not the one that you're going to pick.
I was thinking about like the movies to pick, and the first 5 that came to mind are all vampire movies.
I mean, yeah,
That's
it
a
goes
really
with the territory here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the gothic Victorian kind of thing, it's
yeah,
hard.
Yeah.
it works.
I'm either going to, yeah, I think I'm going to end up, I might steal yours. But,
I ain't got one.
oh, bullshit.
I can promise you I ain't got
Bull
one.
fucking shit.
Curtis and I had a long text message conversation about a month and a half ago
Yeah, at this
about
Yeah.
how many movies that we'd alalready picked.
I
I had a list
actually
of 10, I think, at that
Can
point.
promise you you're not going to take mine. Dare you. I dare you to take it.
Okay, well, moving on.
Anyway, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Gary Oldman, what a performance.
Oh,
What a performance.
Just, I mean,
Also wild on set, apparently.
Yeah, so walk me through this. I heard you guys talking about this.
There's a handful of good BTS videos of him just like losing his shit because either his costume wasn't working right or he forgot some of his lines, and he would just like beat himself in the head to fucking remember his lines. Yeah, like in front of Winona, and obviously scared the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Is he a method actor?
I don't think so.
Because I'm imagining like what it would be like to be around him.
You can't be Dracula for 8 months.
I don't know, dude.
You can't everywhere you go. More eggs, please.
How about fuck, what's his name? Phantom Thread.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
How about Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood or Lincoln?
Oh, I mean, yes, but he could make that man Dracula, and let's see what happens.
That'd
be fun.
He was at home. Wait, that probably would be fun. Can you imagine being his wife when he's performing when he was portraying Lincoln?
God.
Just like getting letters to addressed to Mary Todd.
Bitch, it's Vanessa. I'm sick of this.
Or if he has a kid, I drink your milkshake every morning. Okay, sorry, but he's not a method actor.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Just imagining him.
No, because in the BTS, he's just being like, I can't walk in the rope.
Yeah.
He's just like mad.
So
about
is he
the
a
rope.
terror, or is he just a pain in the
No,
ass?
I don't necessarily
okay.
think it's either. I just know there was a couple like he
Got
lost
it.
his shit a couple times because he just couldn't remember his lines.
It's a stressful. It's a stressful thing.
Yeah.
I think he was such a young actor in this, and he felt the pressure of being in a Coppola thing. I think that was getting
Sure.
to him from what I read.
And he was Coppola. You know, he's kind of the hard ass in this situation. He wanted to push, and this is the story I want to confirm. He wanted to push both Anthony Hopkins and Keanu to berate verbally Winona so she would cry.
Just trying to be Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah. And Keanu very specifically was like, I'm not going to do that.
Good.
And you're not going to do that to Winona. You know?
that's-
so they didn't.
Because Keanu's awesome.
Yeah.
Why though? She can cry.
Buddy.
She's great. She's a great actor. She's fucking great in this movie.
Yeah, she is.
She's great.
He wanted that. He just really wanted that Kubrick effect.
Yeah. Anyway, should we rate this bitch?
You
I
know
think we
what?
should probably rate this.
Are we
back.
I
there?
think so.
We got-
I think I did all my notes.
yeah.
Admittedly, I wanted more time to be able to like watch the featurettes,
Yeah.
go through
Do
all the
your
things.
prep work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not.
You
have
could
an
do
opportunity to.
a whole series of talking about this thing.
You really could. It's just like the production. Just I imagine the production history alone in itself is just incredible. Wonderful saga. What a film.
I'll give this film a sick ass matte painting on set with a tyrant. Because you're bound to get some magic, and unfortunately, those two things don't always mix. I love this movie still, but this was a little lower for me on this watch. Love it. Still in the 4K. Going to watch it at least once a year.
I give this film bloody titties because it's striking to look at. Yeah, I think just the artistry of this movie. Yeah, it moved up for me this time. I don't know. I was just really feeling it. I was really in the artistry of it, the composition of everything, the sound design, the acting. It's just like, goddamn, this thing fires on all cylinders. I totally agree. It has problems in the later part of the story, but I kind of don't give a shit because about the time I start thinking about one of those problems, it does a really cool dissolve, or I get Gorilla Bat turning into rats, and I'm like, yep, I'm happy.
God, that's great.
There's just enough of that to keep me going.
Yeah.
I give this movie 100,000 bloody kisses to. Okay. For the listeners, Austin farted for the 15th time tonight.
I'm dying inside.
Maybe. Just deflating over here. Probably feels nice. A little relief.
Yeah, they've all felt great.
On to the bloody kisses. To quote the Typo Negative album title, because Peter Steele wanted to sound like Dracula. I mean, I think this is honestly one of the best horror movies ever made. It should be seen by everybody. I think it's so special. I think it's so cool that we got it. I think it's definitely the best version of Dracula that we have, besides that mini series that we got a few years ago. With
Cliss Bang.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of this.
From the Northman.
Cliss Bang?
The guy that plays Fjolnir in the Northman. Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays Dracula. And
His name is Cliss Bang. Cliss Bang paid for it.
Claes Claes
Claes
C-L-A-E-S.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Bang.
It's
CLAES?
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of that
Klaus?
Between those two things, we are blessed with wonderful Dracula lore on film.
We're getting one later this year.
Yes, but
Might just be the best one.
maybe we don't know. But some of us definitely haven't seen it, but 3 of us definitely did. Ruled.
I'm gonna give Bram Stoker's Dracula getting fucked in the ass by 3.8 metric tons of green gas, because I've never done it before, but God, do I want it over and over and over again.
That look of
It's a cold gaze. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah. Shudcast approved!
it is
Approved.
Approved, baby.
Approved.
Wow. That means we're going on to movie number 2 of...
Oh my God!
And whose turn? That's Cody's turn, isn't it? Oh, he knows.
Thank
He's
God.
searching.
You're
God.
Googling now?
He's picking. No.
I thought it was mine, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do, and now I don't. So I'm
Yep.
glad it's not my pick.
I know. I need some
Can I
help
see your
here,
list?
so thank you, Cody. I don't have a list made out for it.
Oh,
It's in my head, though.
Can you make it out?
Are we gonna pick a number?
Yeah, I'll send you.
Lucas, pick a number between 1 and 10.
No. 1 to 10?
8.
Okay. Curtis,
What is this system?
pick a number between 1 and 10.
3. What is this? What is he doing?
Okay. All right.
Cody, go with your heart.
I know we're here. We have to
Go with your heart.
No, go with your
We
heart.
have to.
Make the right decision.
Do what your heart says.
My heart says 3 different movies.
Then pick it.
Fuck. I mean, I could pick Austin.
Yes.
High low.
I don't understand the question.
1 through 5 or 6 through 10.
Oh. Hi. See, he doesn't want it. You want low.
No, I'm now in a conundrum. The movie that got knocked out first is fuck.
Pick that one.
that one.
That
You
means
kn-
your heart knows. If you were so sad about that getting knocked out,
This is the point I was making about the coin.
Yeah.
The coin will tell you what you
Okay, now I'm
want.
flipping the coin. Hold on, flipping the coin.
No, just pick the first one. You clearly want that movie. And that's the movie I want because you're the most
If you
excited
go to
about
hell,
it.
I hope this is the feeling that you have to
You're
live
fucking
with
beleaguered
for
with.
eternity.
All right, the coin said it. But the coin said it between my heart and the coin. Boys, we're watching Daughters of Darkness.
Daughters of Darkness.
Daughters of Darkness.
We're getting smutty.
Is it smut?
Is it smut?
It is the most elevated smut you'll ever watch. I will warn now in advance. I do not expect us all to like this movie.
Cool.
I don't even expect it to be Shudcast approved.
Yeah, cool.
I personally think that it's one of the best movies ever made.
Is
We
this,
shouldn't
do you
be-
think this is the best vampire movie? Is this the one you were alluding to earlier?
Between this one and another vampire movie that was on the list that I actually think is the most goth movie ever made. But I did not pick it because I picked this instead.
Can you send
Okay.
me your list?
Yeah.
Harry Kumel.
We're doing it. Daughters of Darkness. We're sticking in the vampire realm with, oh my God, movie 2.
Oh my God, Daughters of Darkness. How do we? Do you know how to watch this, or we'll just figure it out? Is it like deep smut? Like we're gonna have
I
to.
own it. So
Okay.
it's not. It shouldn't be deep smut. It should be readily available.
Yeah,
If it's
not deep.
not,
It's not deep.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
this isn't like a deep cut. This is
It's not Lucha Horrors of the Moon.
no. This is like this is
Vampiros Lesbos.
no. This is more elevated. Although Vampiros Lesbos is a delight. It's such a joy. No, this movie is magnificent. You should be able to find it. I think it's one of the most gorgeous movies ever made. I'm really excited for you guys to watch it.
I'm excited to watch it. I know you're excited to watch it, and you're excited to listen to this next episode and join the conversation with us on Patreon, on Discord via our Patreon. Like and subscribe at the very least.
Woo.
Rate and review. Tell
Woo.
your friends. I think we have a lot of listens through Spotify, and I think the algorithm pushes us to other people if we get more likes and listens. So just
true.
click the like. If you're listening to this, God damn it, click the like button.
Yeah.
It does so much. It takes you a half of a second, and it does so much.
And
Please,
even
God.
if you've done it before, do it again.
do it to every episode, please.
Yeah,
Write
do it.
another.
It really does help a lot. He means that.
You have no idea.
and also send us money.
Oh, that
Yep.
too. Via Patreon, you will get something in return.
That's true. Or if you just want to send us money, you can send us money.
You can send it to my Venmo at Drum
Don't send it to
Farmer.
his Venmo. He's a stealer.
He's a stealer.
At Drum Farmer is my venue. We'll see you next time. Love you.
We love you.
Okay, bye.